Oh, snap. PPI. How'd that PPI come out this morning? Hot. You guys check out that PPI this morning. Happy Friday, traders. It is Friday. Hope you guys had an incredible week. PPI release this morning came out hotter, way hotter than expected. Market started to sell off, but we're starting to see a little bit of a bounce already, if you can believe that. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. Happy Friday, everybody. We are broadcasting live. It is 6 a.m. in the morning on the West Coast. Wake up early with your boy. Anyway, we're going to go over some of the PPI and go over the morning news, as well as cover some of the news that just got released regarding the PPI. And we'll check out some charts and see how the market is acting. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Happy Friday. Jeez, what was that? My music just stopped. Way to transition, Serge. All right, guys, welcome to the show. We're about to go over the news of this morning and go from there. What's this? Gonna switch it up for you guys today. I don't know if we're gonna get blocked today on our stream, but we're gonna roll with it. All right, let me turn this down on my headphones. There we go. All right, traders. Well, happy Friday. Hope you guys had a great week. It's been an interesting week. Huge sell-off earlier in the week. Then we recovered from that the next 2 days. And then this morning we have the PPI release, which came out really hot. And we had an immediate sell-off, but it looks like things are starting to recover a little bit right now. So we're going to head and check that out. All right, here we go. Market Blast Morning Edition brought to you by Verified Investing. These are the keys to the trading day today. All right, so we got PPI numbers came in much higher than expected. Core PPI was a blowout, rising 0.06% month over month and 2.6% year over year. The 0.06% monthly increase was the largest monthly jump since January of 2023. Headline PPI also posted stronger beats. So what does that mean? Well, that means to me, it means that inflation is sticky. Inflation is sticking around. It's going to be very difficult to get inflation down to 2%, which is what this federal government wants. And they want to reduce inflation down to 2%. We are currently at 3%, and it's super sticky up here, meaning that you're starting to see a slowdown in the way inflation is dropping, or worse, you're starting to see a bit of a pickup in regards to inflation. So I think this was anticipated because, inflation, there's this whole conversation about rates higher for longer and inflation going to come down as the job market getting softer. There's all this talk around this stuff, and it is also a political year. So you have to understand that, there's a lot of fuckery going around, right? There's a lot of manipulation, and there's a lot of messing around with numbers and pushing stuff around and that sort of thing to mess or to prop up the market. You know what I mean? Possibly prep up the market a little bit, just to make sure things look good going into the election. That's just my observation. It doesn't mean it's true. It's just my opinion. All right, let's continue here. Okay, so PPI month over month 0.03% versus a forecast of 0.1%. So they originally forecasted that the PPI month over month number was going to come in at 0.01. It came in at 0.03. Same thing with the PPI year over year, right? The forecast was 0.07%, and it came in at 0.09%. And then core PPI month over month forecast 0.1%, it came in at 0.6%. Core PPI year over year forecasted 1.6%, 2.6% PPI year over year. So inflation is sticking around. Inflation is spiking, and inflation is not going down as we'd hope for at this point. All right, excuse me. All right, let's go on here. Bond yields jumped on PPI numbers, with the yield and benchmark 10-year Treasury hitting 4.328% moments after the report was released. So yields are up, which means interest rates are going to continue to stay higher, and they're not coming down as a result of that. And the stocks are falling as well. The PPI report provided the second of 1-2 punch after a dismal retail sales report in the week. So this week so far, we've had a hotter than expected CPI print, and now we've had a higher than expected PPI print, and that in addition to yesterday, there was like the retail report regarding how retail sales are doing, and the retail sales are down in January. Now they expect retail sales to be down in January because everybody did a lot of spending in December, but still it's a little lower than they expected. I think they wanted like 0.01%. It came in like 0.04. So there's a little bit of I would say expected turbulence at these levels for the stock market. And remember, as traders, we just want to see what the market trend is, what the bias is in the market. Honest to God, don't really care unless it's my long-term portfolio. I really don't care about the direction of the market. I just want to make sure I'm on the right side of that. All right, so Nike has announced that it plans to cut 2% of its global workforce, around 1,600 jobs, on weaker sales. So companies like Nike are also having a hard time in this economy. And then Roku, I don't know if you guys traded Roku, but we took some short calls on Roku next week's expiration. And Roku was down 16.5% pre-market, and it's trading as management warns on greater than expected losses of 90 cents per share compared to a previous estimate of 69 cents per share. So Roku was expected to have a loss of about 69 cents per share. It had 90. Larger streaming services such as Netflix have rolled out ad-based memberships, which is draining advertising dollars from smaller streamers. Yeah, so bigger companies, they can afford to make that spend, right? When you're a stock that's almost $700, maybe Nvidia, but it's $400 or $500. I think Netflix is. So that just goes to show you, right? Like those guys are just cannibalizing some of the smaller streamers. All right, and BTC, Bitcoin is up 1% in early trading, pushing comfortably above the 52% mark. So if you're a crypto trader, that's me. If you have diamond hands, I usually dollar cost average into my position. I have like a core position that I'm building over the long term, and I usually trade in and out of Bitcoin throughout the year. So, but I continue to add to that, I would say, that core position. And that's the way I usually trade Bitcoin. ETH, meaning Ethereum. Ethereum moved above $2,800 mark overnight for the first time in almost 2 years, as the number 2 crypto coin follows Bitcoin higher. Ethereum was trading at $28.48 earlier on Friday. That's today. BEN, that's a ticker symbol, is the most recent asset manager lining up to apply for an as yet unproved Ethereum permit, joining the likes of BlackRock and Fidelity. The SEC has not approved Ethereum ETFs yet, but it has approved a Bitcoin ETF, having traders confident that they will. So check that out. So the market, so this Ben, I don't know who that is. I don't know who Ben is. I don't know if they're like a brokerage, but they're applying for an ETF for Ethereum. So the the Bitcoin ETF has been approved, and now they're lining up for the ETF approval. So that could be expected. That could be a catalyst for Ethereum. All right, let me check this music. This is new music, guys. So I'm trying to, yeah, that sounds okay. It sounds louder on my headphones than it really probably sounds to you guys. So I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. It's a little distracting for me on my headphones. Give me a second here. All right, cool. Let me see if that works. Okay, moving on. All right, and then Base reported its first quarterly profit in 2 years, rising 14.3% before the bell. Revenue was boosted by SEC's approval of Bitcoin ETF. Coinbase stock is up 180% in the last 12 months. Now, we've been in and out of coin. We've traded coin back and forth, and we made some money on that. And then AMT is riding the AI demand higher. This is a chip stock. It reported earnings yesterday. It beat market estimations on both earnings and revenue. Though revenue was 6.71 billion compared to last quarter's 6.74 billion. Analysts have expected a drop to 6.48 billion. EPS was $2.13 versus an estimate of 1.90. So AMT blew it out of the water. All right, that is your morning blast. Morning edition or market blast morning edition. That's brought to you by Verified Investing on Twitter or X. Investment Verified. That is where we get our morning blast. They also do a show called Trading the Close every day. That's in the afternoon, and they do a really good job with that. And then Gareth Salloway, who I think owns Verified Investing, is a guy that I follow. And I usually, when I'm not streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm hanging out with Gareth Salloway in the morning. He does this market breakdown, goes over charts, sets you up for the day as you're trading, and he does like a 30-minute thing live. Really cool segment to check out. And he gives stuff away, and he does a really good job entertaining us and setting us up for the market. All right, traders, check out our charts. This is our chart. I'll go ahead and let you guys know what positions we're currently trading here. So we have Upstart. Upstart is a long-term short or a swing short or a swing put contract. I've had this for maybe about a month now that I've been holding it. I'll blow up the grid here with you guys real quick. We got about 13 more minutes until market opens. So this is my, let me see if I can put it on on a daily. Yeah. So this is Upstart. Upstart is one of those companies that doesn't really provide a service. They just provide a service. They don't really do anything. They don't generate anything. They don't make anything. They're just, one of those companies that allow you to buy now and pay later kind of thing. And if you go on my Twitter, on my Instagram, at Shimano Trader, I posted about this trade because I caught a conversation on, I think, Closing the Bell or something on NBC where they were talking about how, they're talking to the guys from The Big Short. And, they were asking them if they had seen anything in the market, that sort of thing. Everybody's always trying to get an edge, trying to find out. They're always trying to find out, what can I trade? Or tell me what to trade. Taquito in the house. What's up? Good morning to you, sir. Thanks for joining me from Lithuania. I always have a hard time saying that. But anyway, shout outs to you, sir. It's probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon where you're from. Nothing, man. Just getting started here. Kind of just read the morning news this morning and just kind of going over some charts and setting up for the morning. So that's kind of what I got going on right now. And thanks for stopping in and checking us out, man. Appreciate Taquito, man. He is a consistent guy. I see him jumping in everybody's stream. I'll see him on Mamba. I think Mamba Trader. I've seen I think I've seen you somewhere else too. I don't recall what the other streamer's name is. Maybe SD Flip. But anyway, man, thanks for popping in and saying hello. Always appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. All right, so Upstart, like I was saying, Upstart, there was this interview where they were interviewing the guys from The Big Short, and they brought up this company, and they said, oh, yeah, this company doesn't do anything, blah, 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 blah. I jumped into a short, March 15 short at 25% $25 expiration, strike price, I mean. So anyway, the stock did poorly. Here's where we got in somewhere around here, and then it reported earnings, and it just took a dump, and it is just trending down. I actually got exactly about a month left on this swing put contract. It's not in the money yet, but it got in the money here after earnings. But I expect this thing to continue to dump lower here in the next couple of days. So, we're just going to watch it. And then we have our Boeing. So we're currently in some Boeing contracts. I've kind of averaged into contracts. So I'm in a losing position currently. I'm at 205.29 is where we're going to, 205.29 is probably where we're at right now. We need to get a 207.50 by end of day today. If not, these contracts are going to expire worthless. But I also see an opportunity for us getting into next week, maybe into this 210 price level. So I have contracts for today's expiration at 207.50, which are currently down. And then I added to that position, or I opened a new position for next week on 210 contracts on that. So we're going to see how that plays out today. It took a little bit of a dump here with PPI reporting, but it's really respecting this upward trend line here. And, that's a really good support area. This whole little bottom here, you see this big wick down here. There's a lot of support I feel on Boeing at this level. And, there's rumors of war. There's rumors, all that kind of stuff about with Boeing and Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, all these companies. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but if there is some sort of uptick in war activity and that sort of thing, Boeing may benefit from that. Also, it seems like the worst has passed for Boeing in regards from like some of the bad news and that sort of stuff floating around this stock. So as a result of that, we've taken a calls on this for next Friday. And also for this Friday. So we're going to be watching this trade closely today and seeing how it reacts, see if we can salvage the money or ride it to the upside. And then, of course, Tesla. If you guys were with me earlier in the week, we made a bag yesterday on Tesla. We had 2 contracts. As always, prematurely closed it out is just a battle that we have to do with as traders. Is just prematurely closing our position, not letting our winners run. And as a result of that, I had averaged down on Tesla earlier in the week, and I had 2 contracts. And yesterday, I closed out both of them. Pretty much around this 195 level. Right when we hit up to this level, I closed it out. And anyway, I left a lot of money on the table, but it's no big deal. It was a good trade. And more importantly, it was a really good trade because I'm going to be doing a video about this over the weekend. I haven't done it yet, and only because I want to do it on a Sunday. When I do it, I'll just record it and I'll share with you guys or upload it somewhere where you guys can see it, which is basically the weekly expected moves of trades, where you find it in the option chain, where it gives you an idea of what the anticipated move is going to be for a stock. So on Sunday, I charted Tesla, even though it warns you or it tells you, hey, you don't do this on Tesla, because Tesla's day traded so much that even though you have this expected range, it may or may not respect that. And there's never is a 100% respecting of anything. It's just a really cool technique that I've learned that I hope I can show you guys. But anyway, here it is. I'm on the daily chart on Tesla. Here, I'll zoom this out real quick. So last Sunday, I did these green lines. You see how it says expected move, expected range. So what I did was I preset these lines on Sunday night, because the option chain told me that Tesla had an anticipated move of so many dollars, right? Which is this range here. So that helped me trade a lot this week, because when I saw that Tesla was in the bottom of this range, I said, oh, whoa, it's already at the bottom of the range. So because I thought it was already at the bottom of the range, I got aggressive with my calls, right? I got aggressive with my calls here. And look at this, guys. It literally worked out. It had a real high probability because I had things to look for in the chart that helped me place that trade. We're all out of that trade now, and we left a lot of money on the table. I'm still trying to work on that psychology. I'll talk a little bit about our giveaway that we're going to be doing here this next couple of weeks to help us with that issue, which is, being fearful when we're supposed to be hopeful, and then being hopeful when we're supposed to be fearful. I'll explain a little bit about that later on the show today. All right, so that's what we got here on Tesla. And then, of course, our SPY. We're going to go ahead and do our SPY setup. So this is what I do every morning on SPY, because I like to trade the SPY daily. I swing other positions. I day trade other positions. But for the most part, I'm really always trying to trade the SPY. And I keep score. And usually the SPY kicks my ass throughout the year. And sometimes it also takes away my gains, right? So if I'm in really good swing option contracts, I'll start messing around with the day trading with the SPY, and then I'll get burned, right? I'll get burned for whatever reason. And I'm learning myself as a trader that, obviously we all know this, but we don't have to trade every day, right? We don't need to trade every day. To realize that the more you have your money in the market, the more it's at risk. That means that it's at risk and it has a probability of losing. So one of the hardest things we do as traders, and I used to have this problem when I used to run and hike and trail run and do all these things, which was resting. Resting was one of the most difficult things I could do, right? Even if I was hurt, I'm like, I got to get out there. I got to get a couple of miles in. I gotta keep running. All this mental stuff that would happen in my mind that I felt like I needed to do. Nobody was telling me this. I was just telling myself, oh no, I need to keep, I can't rest that long. I need to keep going. I need to keep training. Well, it's kind of the same with trading, right? Like we feel like we need to trade every day or we need to jump back into a trade. Sometimes we're up significantly and we should probably shut down our computer or just walk away. But sometimes there's like this draw, almost like an addiction to the rush of being in and out of stocks. And, that obviously doesn't sound healthy. So, a little bit of friendly advice for all of us is to be able to try to find a way to have a target for the day, a target for the week, whatever. So then when you hit that target, you have the discipline to be able to walk away from a trade. Because usually that's why I always make fun of Fridays. I usually call it "Don't Lose Your Gains Fridays," because Fridays are notorious for that. Especially if you've had a bad week, it's like you want a revenge trade, you want to get that money back, or you want to go into the week with a big bag. So it just sets us up for failure, especially if we are thinking like that. All right. Anyway, that's my my little soapbox thing for you guys this morning. All right, so let's set up the thing here. So, all right, so we're going to activate this. This was the pre-market high yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. We're going to go and put it up here because this is going to be our pre-market high, right? Notice this gray box. So if you see gray boxes throughout my chart, those are usually levels that I have marked. And we'll go back. What's up with this level? Oh, it's somewhere else here. Oh, we'll minimize the chart. All right, let's finish our setup here. All right, so we are going to put a pre-market high. I don't know how anal you guys are with, being exact and precise, but that's why I try to just use a zone rather than the exact area. All right, so that's our pre-market high. So we have that there, and then we're going to get our red line, and that's our pre-market low. So this is our pre-market low for today, right? We've hit this pre-market low. This is a sell-off that we had as a result of the PPI print. So if you guys were here with me earlier at the opening of the show, we did our morning market blast. And we covered that the PPI print this morning came in super hot, like not by a little bit, by a lot. Like they had projections of 0.01. Things came in like at 0.06. So that just means that inflation is sticking around. Inflation is not dropping. We've gotten it down to about 3% or so, but now it's in these levels. It's sticky, as they like to use. All right, so then we have a pre-market low, pre-market high, and then we're gonna grab our green bar here, which is usually our previous day high. Right, so we're gonna grab this box here and we're gonna say, hey, this was our high of yesterday, right there. That is our high of yesterday, right? So you guys see this zone here, this whole little green. It is yesterday's high, and then here is our low, our previous day. We're gonna activate this one. We're gonna grab it and just take it across here as we move our chart, and then we're gonna grab yesterday's low and chart that. So there's our zone area for yesterday's low. Boom, right there. All right. So now we have, this makes sense to everybody. We have our pre-market high. We have our pre-market low. We have our previous day high and our previous day low. So this is usually my daily setup for SPY. And this is how I chart my SPY, meaning this is how I, approach the day. Yesterday, I got burned with SPY. Even though we were green for the day, just screwing around in here, just screwing around in all this chop, trying to catch the top. It was obviously an up day most of the day, but being a contrarian trader, I'm trying to anticipate the next move down, and as a result of that, I got burned pretty hard yesterday. Well, not hard. I mean, I could have been up $200 yesterday, so I was only up $150 or something like that as a result of trying to scalp the SPY. And anyway, so that's what we've done here with the SPY. So now we're ready to do. We got about 7 minutes till market open, and we have our levels set, right? We have our previous day levels, and we have our pre-market levels all set in our chart. So we're ready to go on that. So we're going to watch the SPY today. Obviously, 15-minute chart is how we trade the SPY. All of the charts are hours, and hours. So, yeah, we're going to get ready for market open. Before the market opens, I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of a giveaway. So I'm doing a giveaway, and the giveaway is basically to raffle off a book. The book is The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogart. So I'll put it here for you guys. Boom, boom, boom. I hope you guys can see the book. It's called The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogart. And what this book is, that book is about the mindset and the psychology of a trader. And it's something that I try to share a lot here on my stream, is to talk about how we are just not wired to be good traders. We're wired to not be good traders because of the emotional impact that occurs while we're in and out of trades, and how we tend to look at things in our mind. So, it's a real easy read. It's a fun read, I think. You're actually hearing from a professional trader, and he's telling you about how when we, we're hopeful, right? Hopeful meaning that we're in a losing position. So we're like, oh, it's going to come back, right? It's going to come back. And then when we're winning, right? When we're in a winning position, like I was like in Tesla yesterday, it's like I cannot wait to jump out. I instead of making more gains, as soon as I make a profit, I want to take that profit. I want to get my profit. So as a result, over a period of a year, you'll have more, you'll have bigger losers and smaller winners. And that can result in a losing year in trading because you don't let your winners run. And then you cut your winners right away. But when you have losers, you hang on to those losers. So we have so we're going to be, raffling off that book. And the rules are like this right now. So if you go to Instagram, you go to @ShimanoTrader. I have a post on Instagram that it has the picture of the book and it has the rules of the book. All you need to do is make a comment on that post, follow me on Instagram, and then follow the show here on Tradecaster. And then at the end of the month, which I'm actually going to run it to, I think I'm running it to the end of next month or to the middle of next month. Anyway, I don't even know my own rules. Hold on. Let me see. What do the rules say? All right. So we're going to announce a winner March 15th. So March 15th is when we're going to announce a winner on this book that we're going to be giving away. And hopefully it's, hopefully it's of value to you. So yeah, so those are the rules. Follow me on Shimano Trader on Instagram. Make a comment on that post. Find the post. There's not a lot of posts on there, but find the post with the book. Make a comment. Follow me on Instagram. Make a comment on the post, and then follow the show here on Tradecaster. And then we're gonna grab your name. We're gonna put it into a raffle wheel, and then we're gonna select a winner. And then whoever wins, we're gonna mail them that book. So good luck to all of you guys, and I hope you participate. All right, traders, it is Friday, 6:27 in the morning. We are getting ready for market open. We're about 3 minutes until market open. And I hope you guys are mentally prepared for the market and are not coming into the market with a bias, right? The market is what the market is. There was a sell-off last Tuesday, I believe this week. There was the same sell-off and the market sold off. Probably one of the biggest losing days for the market on some indexes. Like I think the SPY had its biggest loss in one year, something crazy like that. But we really don't know what direction the market is going to go in, how it's going to react. There's a little bit of sell-off. It looks like we've bounced a little bit, at least on the SPY side here. But this could just mean this when I see this here, what you're seeing on the SPY, it reminds me of an H pattern, right? So what we're seeing it roll over. We're seeing it come down, make a bounce, and then sometimes it'll make this bounce and it'll just roll over. It look like an H and continue to the downside. There's a lot of selling pressure in the market right now, though, so just be mindful. We might spike in the morning. We might spike at open. We might drop at open. Anything can happen, but definitely tread carefully. Don't have to trade all day. Make some money, and good luck, traders. Good luck today. Got about 2 minutes until market open. 2 minutes until market open. Hey, shout outs to if you guys look through the chat, there's this trader named Abby, and I think we were dumping when she was engaging us on the chat, and then she said, "Hey, I think that the SPY's gonna finish higher, right?" And she was right. She was right. She did really good. Yeah, I think it had to be Wednesday, right? Because Wednesday is the last time that I streamed. And we're looking at the SPY here. Yeah, so she was spot on. Let me see. Yeah, she was spot on, dude. She did really good. And it was funny because it felt like I was just trying to encourage her, and I felt like I hope she didn't think that I was like making light of her guess, but it was a really good guess. All right, look at the SPY here. It already looks a little weak. All right, guys, we got a minute till market open. Minute till market opens. All right, good luck, traders, today. Tread carefully. Protect your profits. About 30 seconds to market open. Let's see what the day has for us today. Good luck to everybody. And let's see what the market has for us today. All right, traders, good luck today. A little jump on the SPY there. All right, here we go. Yeah, Taquito's like, I'm all over. All right, here we go. All right, guys, market is open. We're watching charts here. Taquito, man. He's like he is like you should be our sponsor, right? Um, okay, so we're watching charts here. Upstart, Tesla. Tesla's a little bit of a pullback on Tesla. We're watching Boeing. Boeing is our main play for today. We're already in those contracts. We're just gonna see if we can salvage them or if we're just gonna eat it on those contracts. So stay tuned for that. All right, so Boeing is starting to reverse there and pretty nasty. Look at SPY here. Tesla's giving it up. Everything looks red right now, guys. Puts are in play, possibly, maybe for a bounce. All right, looking at SPY here. Let's look at puts on SPY real quick. 501 puts, maybe. All right, so everything's usually 0 DTE today because it's Friday. So we got 501. Oh, man, I got to change the strike price on this. Too many strike prices here. 501 puts. All right, 501 puts are $106 right now. 108. 108 for puts. We'll take one. All right, so we're going to take some puts here at open. We're going to see how the market reacts here at open. So we are already in puts on SPY. Let's see if we get a bounce at this level. This is a pre-existing level here. So we're going to see what this level is about. Oh, man, Boeing's dumping, guys. Ugh. See if we get a bounce there. All right, so we took 2 contracts on SPY. So we're in $200 already in this play. See how it reacts. Let's see if we can get to the bottom level here. This will be our target price of 550. Let's see if we can make it down there. Or we're going to reverse like crazy, right? Anything can happen here. So we're currently in that trade. $500 is our strike price. Let's see how we do. So I'm not being blocked. Okay. All right, traders, here we are. We're in the SPY puts right now. $500 contracts, 0 DTE. Not financial advice. You could lose money. So we'll continue to watch that. If we don't get a bounce there, we're gonna get screwed. All right, traders, there we are. We're up $27 on that contracts, on those contracts right now. We'll see if we get a bounce. We're gonna watch these levels here. Let's see how we react to this level here. We're up $21 on that contract, on those contracts right now. So remember we're talking about that H pattern, right? Here's that little H pattern developing, but we can expect some sort of reaction to this level. This is a level that I've pushed out to the end of the week. So there's something happening here, or we'll just break right through it. Tesla selling off. I got to stay patient, right? So right now we're in a trade, and right now I am hopeful, right? I'm hopeful that I'm gonna make money. So that's what I'm thinking right now. I'm being hopeful. All right, $17 on this trade right now. Nice. Come on, baby. We need some momentum to the downside. Good volume here at open. 1.1 million so far. Let's see if we get a dump, guys. That's what we need. We need a nice dump. We're up $22 on those contracts right now. Respecting the downtrend EMA line, so that's good, right? We're below yesterday's highs, right? So we're under yesterday's highs. This is yesterday's lows. This is pre-market low here. See if we're going to come down and retest that. $23. We're up $23 on these right now. See if we get a flush, guys. So we get a flush. Stay tuned. Here it is. See if we can break the support here. Seeing a little bounce on Tesla already. All right, music brought to you today by Xmod Matt on YouTube. Xmod Matt on YouTube. Non-copyrighted music for your stream. Check those guys out. All right, here it is. We're watching this little bit of a bounce here. Watching that H pattern develop right before our eyes. You see that little H pattern there? That should catch some momentum to the downside. This is what we call a weak cat bounce, right? Little fake bounce out here. Be aware that we're gonna bounce, but you could also anticipate it. You can also anticipate another bounce at that level too. But if we can break this support here, we should flush. $28. No. 25. 25 on this one. We're up $28 on another trade. So, you know, if you had size on this trade, right, you be up a little bit more than I am. Obviously, I'm only have 2 contracts right here. They cost $100 each. So we're in $200 on this trade here. We're gonna see if we can we should catch a profit here. But so far, right, like that momentum feels like it's dying a little bit. Doesn't really feel like it's starting to be aggressive to the downside. But we gotta work. We gotta be patient. Stay patient here. So the premiums are going lower on this, which means it's now at $9. We're only up $11 on it now. We're going to see how it reacts to this level. Market's been open for 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. There's a lot of the day left, and there's a lot of trading to do today. $15-minute chart here on SPY. So what I've been doing as well has been grabbing multiple contracts, and then if I'm a little bit, jumpy on the trade, or I'm not really confident in the trade, I'll just start cutting back on the contracts and try to stay in it. All right, so we're continuing to watch here SPY. We're currently sitting on put contracts 500. Why does it say 585? Should say 500 even. So it's actually lower. It's actually lower. No, I think it was 501, right? What, am I tripping? I am tripping, I think. All right, so SPY is now down $3. We had 501s. I'm tripping, guys. No, they're so expensive. 501s, what we had. All right, so as our 501 is kissing our line there. Look at Boeing selling off hard. Yikes. There news on that? Oh, that's yesterday's news. Yeah, market might sell off today. All right, so we're continuing to watch the SPY here. We're up $21 on this trade, 15 now. Let's see if Boeing finds support down here. If not, it's gonna take us. All right, continuing to watch the SPY here. Looking good here off this little support line here. It's really testing that support level. Tesla, a little bit of a bounce there, right? All right, traders, continue to watch SPY here. See how it reacts to this level here. See if we can break 501. That's what we want. We want to break at 501. There it is. We can break this, guys. We'll flush down to this next level here. And to see if Boeing comes down to a triple bottom here. It did a double bottom here on the hourly chart. I don't know if it's looking for a triple bottom there. All right, continuing to watch SPY here. Break this level of support. There we go. That's what we want to see. Now we're up $39 on this trade currently. $39 on the trade. See if we can flush a little bit and get it. Start off the day green. 43 on the SPY now. There we go. 43. 41. 37 now. See, it's got some support here, so we have to tread carefully there. So we plan to cut a contract down here. That's the goal here. To cut a contract here if we can get down there. Just setting up for the sell here. All right, we're getting lower there. Good. Might see a little flush here, guys. All right, Tesla got a little bounce here. That's little. All right, still holding. Still holding. We're gonna cut one contract here. All right, so we're down to a single contract. I'm gonna stay with that single contract. So we're down to one single contract. We're already up $40 on this so far, right? But you see, if you guys trade with me, you see the fear, right? It's like we cannot wait to get out of this trade. We do not want to lose our profits. That is a psychology that I'm trying to master. That is what I want to get better at. I want to get better at not being afraid to stay in a position, and seeing that position go all the way through or follow it through. But you get scared, you get nervous, you don't want to lose those gains, right? So you tend to just take a little bit of money. But when you're in a losing position, man, it'll take a lot of your money because you're just hopeful. All right, starting to see a little bit of a wick action here. You're seeing Tesla recover, right? So sometimes I'll screw up a trade because I'm watching Tesla and I'm anticipating that because Tesla's making the move, that bounce, that the SPY is going to do the same thing. All right, I'm going to get completely out of this contract now. All right, so we're completely out of SPY now. So we made $43 on, I'm sorry, $32. Yeah, so in the end, it was $32 on the SPY on doing that round trip. So we hung just for a little bit, right? And I'm just not confident, right, with this wick here that we're going to continue to go further to the downside. So we'll just get out and, not have to worry about dealing with that trade for right now. But we'll see here in the next candle if it's going to respect that. So, usually I tend to get out if it negates the downward trend, right? If it gets above the 5-day, the 5-day EMA line. But I just got out now. I just wanted to get out of it. I anticipate a bounce. So we'll see how this plays out, guys. We're going to see if it's going to flush, right? And we could have made more money, or if we're going to be like, oh, man, I should have stayed in a little longer. But look, it's starting to dump a little bit. Yeah, see? It's going to do what we wanted it to do because we're not in it anymore. That's usually how it goes. Peloton's dumping. Wonder why. Oracle flat. DraftKings is making a nice push to the upside. It reported earnings yesterday. All right, we're going to continue to watch SPY here. We're no longer in this trade. We've closed this out. And look at that, right? It's flushing, right? So this is the traders mental warfare that we go through, right? So in this stock, we could have stayed in it, could have continued to make money, was fearful, got out. Now we're going, man, I should have stayed in, blah, blah, blah. So this is the games that we play with ourselves, and we also apply it towards the next trade. We're like, oh, I'm going to stay in this one. I'm not going to make the mistake I did on the last one, and that's when it gets you. I think Josh Answers yesterday said that, like, the market is like, the more money you have in the market, the more likely you are to lose it, because the market just sees that you have an unexperienced trader with a lot of money. It just takes your money. It's kind of wild, man. All right, so there's the SPY. We're completely out of the SPY. We're obviously, we didn't stick to that play like we should have, but it's okay, right? Like, we made some money on it, and we're okay. And we're not going to beat ourselves up thinking we shoulda, woulda, coulda on it. Man, meanwhile, Boeing is just, that trade's not working out so far. All right, Boeing's dumping. Seeing SPY here open up the next 15-minute candle. We're way above the green EMA line. So we're going to watch what it does at this level. See if it respects this pre-market low as well. See if that's the bottom. See that little reaction there, right? So we got a little bit of a bounce there. Markets overall are pretty weak, though, I think. I don't have my... Yeah, all indexes are down across the board. All right, going to continue to watch the SPY here. Tesla, no position on Tesla. Obviously, we closed that out yesterday. We're way above the target price. That was a good thing. And now I'm watching the SPY here, and I'm thinking maybe we need a 501 call. So we're going to look at 501 calls. Oh, I was going to fix this. I have too many strike prices here open. Oh, bear with me, team. We want 50 strike prices. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're watching the SPY here. We're trying to look at calls. Just going to look at calls. Just looking. We're just going to look. All right, so 110 is your SPY call from this level. At 584, 501. 502 is $68. All right, so we're going to watch how it reacts to this level, right? So now we've breached this level, right? So this is an existing level that I had here at some point. So we've come down, right? We've broken that level. Right, we came back up, we broke it again, and now we're retesting it, right? So right here, we're retesting this zone area here. There's probably some confluence or existing another level here from a previous trade, and we want to watch it. Now you're watching SPY give it up. Let's look at 500 puts. We're gonna buy 2 of those. Those are cheaper. All right, so we're going to take 500 put strike price, and we're going to continue to play this to the downside. $5,000, I wish. Remove the close from here. It was now an active trade, and we're going to see how it does. So now as our new target price is down here, we're going to see if we can get down there. If we get down there, we'll make a little bit of a prettier penny just because the contracts are cheaper. But we'll see. We'll see. I continue to watch the SPY here. Tesla's giving it up a little bit. Boeing trying to find its footing. I need a miracle today for this one. But you see all this little confluence area here on Boeing? You see these little... When I see these formations, I always think that there's a lot of support there. So we'll see how it does when it gets there. All right, starting to see a little bit of reverse on the SPY here, even though we're in puts. So this is, you guys are watching exactly how I end up getting burned on SPY. And I make more of my money on swinging contracts rather than scalping them on the SPY. The SPY just, it works against me at times. And it's just because I want to jump in and out of the stock, right? I mean, out of the trade. I want to be in and out of that trade. And it makes me impulsive. It doesn't help me to be patient at all. We're going to continue to watch SPY here, see if we can get a flush down to 500. Does look a little weak, right? Looks like a little weak to me. But now I'm projecting that into the trade. Like I want it to look weak. Of course I do. Nice bounce on Tesla there. I don't know if it's going to hold. All right, looks good right there. All right, continuing to watch the SPY here. We're currently sitting on put contracts for $500. Today's expiration. We're hoping for more downside. And this is how the stock market gets us, right? It makes us feel like it's going to bounce at any minute now. And we do things like what I'm doing here, which is anticipating the next move to the upside, or I was doing. I'm still short, though. We're going to stay short today. I think we're going to have a downtrending day. Man, Roku's flushing. Roku's down almost 20%. We have put contracts on Roku with an expiration of next week, I think. I don't know if those are in the money yet. I've been opening a lot of swing positions as well, which it kind of, I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm managing too many trades, right? Like I have a lot of trades open. All right, we'll continue to watch the SPY here. Continue to go to the downside. Our SPY trade now is up $13 on those two contracts. Remember, we took some $500 strike price contracts for today. Those are up $13 so far. $45 total for SPY today. See if Boeing can get a bounce, then man, we're gonna have a great day. But that's really where all our losses are going today. It's on Boeing. All right, $15 on these trades. We're up $15 on our current puts for SPY, and growing. Oh, look at that. It's getting some momentum to the downside now, guys. All right, we're up $17 on those trades. All right, continue to watch the SPY here approach the pre-market low. See if we're going to get a bounce here or we're going to flush through. We're going to cut right down through that. Boeing going a little bounce on Boeing. SPY's catching some momentum to the downside. We'll see if we can breach this $500 level. So we're going to see how it does here at the SPY at this pre-market low. It's already gone a little bit below it. Boeing a little bounce there. We need that. There it is. Starting to test this little level of support here. Pre-market low. We're going to break that. We might flush. All right, here we go, guys. It's up $31 on this trade so far. Those two contracts are up $31 right now. 61 for the day on SPY. Little lunch money on a Friday. Seeing a little bit of a support here. 200-day EMA line approaching. Continuing to catch some momentum to the downside with the 5-day EMA line at the top. 200-day moving average is this yellow line here at the bottom. We want to see what happens. He's gonna hit it, so we'll see what happens. Upstart, love that. Big, we need a flush there. As long as we're under 25 by in a month, we should be good. All right, we're breaking that level, guys. We're getting some real momentum now. Starting to really print on those contracts, up $50 on them. 81 for the day on SPY so far. So we're watching this here on SPY. Currently sitting on two contracts, up $45, up 51 now on those. 83 for the day on SPY. I'm going to watch this level here. See if we can get to the $500 price level. Catching a little bit of a bounce here on the 200-day EMA line. I'm sorry, 200-day moving average. We'll see how react there. Up $53 on this trade now. There we go. Getting some more flush. Getting some real momentum there. We're up $63 now. These contracts are printing, guys. See if we get this flush here. All right, we're at target. We're at target. $77, 109 on the SPY today so far. All right, here we go. $91 on the SPY trade so far. Wow. All right, guys, I'm going to cut a contract here. All right, we're cutting a contract here. We're up $107 on that trade. $138 for the day on the SPY. We're going to try to shoot for this previous day low here. And if we, oh, there we go. So you guys are watching this trade live here, watching this flush happen. We're currently sitting on puts. We already cut a contract. We're up 160 so far just on the SPY trade today. Tesla's dumping. We're catching some momentum to the downside. I might let this one ride today. We might let it ride today. So 171. We're up 171 so far already on SPY put contracts so far. All right, I'm going to cut here. Going to get filled. All right, we'll cancel that. Now we're down to one single contract. That one single contract is $71 right now. $71. We're up $71 in that one single contract currently. Let me see if we're going to get a bounce. Tesla's flushing. See Tesla up here? Right? See how now I don't feel so bad about getting out of my contracts yesterday, right? I mean, I got out way too early, but now look, we would have held. We would have been giving it up pretty, because you'll lose a lot more money when it's starting to go against you. Oh, I didn't get filled. All right, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay with it. We're up $51. So we have one contract left on SPY. We're up $49 in that. 102 for the day. I already gave some up on this little bounce here. All right, we closed that out. All right, so we did 140 for the day. That one trade that we just did right now with the two contracts down to 500 got us $108. The previous trade got us 32. So we're up $140 on the SPY put contracts today. So you guys watched that happen live. You saw how quickly I was able to get in and get out. And hopefully you guys learned something from that turnaround trade now. So now we're starting to bounce a little bit, right? So, but it still has a lot of momentum. Look at all these red candles. We're, what's this? 2.5 million to the downside. Another 1.9 to the downside. It's got some real momentum to the downside. But those bounces is what scares you. Those bounces are what scares me, at least. Not you. I don't know what scares you, but it scares me when I get those big bounces. And that's kind of where I want to learn to, you know, I want to get better at my trading and that to have more confidence in my trade, like I did right here. Just to have more confidence in the direction, you know, because the trend is your friend, right? And it's good to have friends. All right, so that was solid trade. We have some money locked up here, so we are actually we only got a couple $100 more to trade today. So I don't know what kind of an account that you guys trade on. I don't trade on a margin. I trade on a cash account. So the cash account allows you to get in and out of stocks without the what is the PBD rule? PBD. I'm thinking of Bet David. Anyway, it's the you get flagged as being a day trader, at least on a merit trade, if you conduct 3 round trip trades in a week. So if you do 3 in a week, you get flagged. And before, they used to forgive you. Like, you'd get flagged and you'd go to your brokerage, be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I just had to get out of the trade. Be like, oh, it's okay, slap on the wrist. And then they reset your day trading. So you'd be like, oh, okay, they took the privilege away and then they give it right back to you. But that all has changed now. So now if you get flagged for being a pattern day trader, they won't let you trade they would just won't let you trade anymore. I think it's like for a year or and think in some is indefinitely, or you got to switch over to a cash account. So that's how you see some of these traders are able to trade. Obviously, they have that $25,000 rule that you can get in and out of trades. But if you just move over to a cash account, then, you know, I think the cash account is good because, one, let's say you dump $1,000 in there, or $2,000 or $5,000, whatever. Then that's how much money you have to trade with before you can't trade anymore. And then in 24 hours, all that resets, right? So let's say you have $1,000 and we place $1,000 worth of trades today. We run out of all our money, then we can't trade anymore because we're out of money, right? The money has been used. So once you even though you've closed your positions, the money is what they call a cash sweep. So it just stays in the account on a holding account until the next day. And then you just reset. So let's say you used all your $1,000 and you made $300 on that and you got $1,300 total with all your trades. Then the next day when the market opens, you'll have $1,300 to trade. So that is the workaround. The day trader rule is to have a cash account, and then you don't have to worry about that. And it actually also works as a little bit of a safety trigger for you, because after you've run out of the money that you've used for trading, it won't let you trade anymore because you have no more money. Boom. Look at the SPY. It's really going to flush now. Wow. You see what I mean? So congrats to you if you've held the SPY puts, you know, but look at it now. Those contracts will be up a couple $100 now. Wow, look at that dump. All right, so we dump right to the previous day low, right? So this is yesterday's low. So is it going to hold here or we're going to continue to flush? We shall see. That might have been the bounce right there. Now let's look at SPY calls. Because, okay, SPY calls are $500 SPY calls are $100 right now. But look at that bounce and look at the wick on that bounce. That's pretty healthy to me. All right, so we're just watching now. We're just gonna watch it. We probably have room for one more A+ setup. So we're gonna look for a good setup to place our last trade for the day today. All right, guys, 7 o'clock on the West Coast. It is 7:01 on the West Coast. You are watching The Spread, stock trading live show. Streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you for joining us today. Please participate in our polls. Want to see how you're doing for the week. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the show and follow us on Instagram at Shimano Trader. We have a current giveaway right now, which is we're giving away a book. We'll announce the winner March 15. All you got to do is go to at Shimano Trader on Instagram, look for that post, make a comment, follow me on Instagram, and follow the show here on Tradecaster, and you'll be entered into a raffle to win that book. We'll mail it to your house. All right, just watching now. You see this, guys? If you guys have been with me this morning, I appreciate you being with me this morning and hanging. You're seeing it with me, right? You're seeing this bounce off of this previous day low right there. Let me see if those contracts have come down for SPY at 500. Still 103. Calls 103, 105 now. Yeah, because there's a little bit of we can go 501s. 501s are 67. But no, we're gonna this is closed already. We're gonna hang on a bit. We're gonna wait a little bit more. See how you guys are watching me, right? You guys are watching how quickly I want to jump into another trade. Like I just want to jump into another trade right away, right? We just made $100 and some on this SPY, $140, and we're still like, maybe I want to trade some more. I'm liking 501s though. We're gonna grab one. See if we get filled. Oh, we got filled. Okay, guys, we're in 501s now. 501s. We're gonna see if we're gonna eat it. We're gonna lose our losses here. All right, so I like that wicking action at the bottom, right at the support level. See if we can get a little bounce. Remember, we don't need the entire move. We just need a move, right? But we don't need the entire move. So that is down 250 right now. It's up 50 cents now. So here we are. We're up here now. We've seen this major sell-off, right? We've got the H pattern. You guys saw the H pattern, continuous sell-off to the bottom. We set up this level in the morning. If you're with me for pre-market prep, we set up this red bar here at the bottom. It is our previous day low. So you guys are watching this, right? You watched it come down right to that level and bounce at that level. Right, that bar was already there, and that's the stuff about technical analysis that blows my mind. They just blows my mind how it just bounced at that level, right? Like it knew it had. That just means there's a bunch of buyers sitting there, a bunch of buying contracts at that level, and it's enough to get this bounce on it. But it doesn't mean it's going to be enough to get enough momentum to the upside either. But we did get a nice little bounce here, which validates this good area of support here. So we're gonna see now what it does. It's gonna maybe chop around a little bit and pick a direction, but maybe it's definitely found some support here. And you were already watching it as it was wicking down here. All right, we got about 11 minutes into the next candle on this one, so we're just gonna watch it for right now. And then Tesla seems like it's caught a little bit of a relief here. You're seeing that, right along with the SPY. Even Boeing's catching a little bit of upside here. Roku's dumping. Lyft is holding. Man, we're in Leap call contracts for Lyft. We're at $35 strike price for January 17th of 2025. And we caught that nice move on Lyft. Boeing is kicking our ass right now. Boeing is taking most of our profits today. Even the profits we made on SPY here is just to absorb some of the losses we're experiencing here on BA. All right, SPY's gain. I'm sorry, Tesla's getting a little bit of a candle here, green candle. That's encouraging. You know, all this action that we're seeing, right? I mean, if you've been trading throughout the week, this whole we're been in that $500, 5000 to 503, 491, 490 something. We've been in that range. That's kind of where we've been hanging out this week. All right, SPY's down $1.50 on this contract right now. We bought 501s, right? Yeah, 501s. All right, what about you guys? You guys trading anything, watching anything? Let us know what city you're joining us from, what state. Maybe a different country like Lokito or Tokido. Tokido's he's from Lithuania. And when we chit chat, man, it's like afternoon over there for him. All right, watching SPY here. So you're watching the SPY here. That trade is now down 450. So what we anticipated it to be a move to the upside has stalled out a little bit, but we're continuing to watch it here. Oh, man. Taquito with his penny stocks, man. That's great. To definitely catch some moves there. I think that's what Sean likes to do too, right? Sean likes to trade pennies. All right. Watching Tesla reverse here a little bit. You know, we call it a reversal, but it necessarily is a reversal. We're just starting to watch it find some support at this level here. What's this? The 198 level. And then SPY looking pretty healthy here on this bounce, right? It stopped the blood. So we'll see what it does here. And then Boeing, we're just watching it. It's probably just going to eat our premium today. I'm a little hopeful on this one. See what I mean? I'm a little hopeful on it. See how it works out. All right, nice move here on SPY. I like this wicking here. It just means there's a lot of buyers here. Actually, what I like to do in this area here, just to see what the rest of the day, I don't think I'm going to trade all day. I'm just trade here in the morning. But then I'll just draw a little zone here. See, just a little zone. Just to show that there was buyers here. It just helps me trade. You'll see that throughout my charts. I like the boxes. All right, I like that SPY here. That's good. All right, so now we're up 650 on that trade. So, right, we're down 450. Now we're up 550 on it. It means the premiums are going higher, which means that there might be, might be upward bias on it at the moment. Looking like this, if we can regain, get above the 200-day moving average here on the yellow line here. And come up here and test that 5-day EMA line. 450, we're up 450 on that trade right now. Tesla reversing good. Boeing has found some support here. And then Upstart, we have it here. It's a long-term trade on this one. If you guys are curious, it is a 315 put expiration. And it's for $25. So we're pretty close to being in the money there. It feels like we're getting a little heavier now. 750 on this trade now, 750 on that one contract. We had a lotto play on Macy's, $20 strike price for today. It's probably not going to hit either. Oracle's tanking. All right, liking the SPY here, looking at SPY here. Now we're coming right back up, right? Now it feels like, to me, I don't know about you guys, it feels like we're going to come up here to test this pre-market low, right? So what we do up in this pre-market low, we'll probably, when we get up here, we'll probably also be encountering the 5-day EMA line. So we're going to see how we react to this level here. All right, 650 on that trade, 650 on that trade. $550 now. All right, so it's starting to have a little bit of a challenge here with the 200-day moving average. We'll see how it continues to react there. You're seeing Tesla having a little bit of a tough time right there against that, and you're also watching it happen on the SPY. So I think definitely Tesla is within the SPY index. We're gonna put Meta up here too, just because Tokido mentioned it. I mean, I'm not worried about this UPST anyway. Meta's been pretty awesome too, right? So I don't see. Look, I don't have nothing on Meta. I'm not trading Meta at all. It's just too expensive. Tokido, are you still in here? What are you watching on Meta? Are you watching a short? Let me know if you're still in here, and then what are you watching on Meta? Look at SPY now, guys. SPY starting to give, right? We have 501 contracts. Remember, we got them for $70. Now we're up 1250 on this trade right now currently. Watching Boeing give it a little bit of a reverse there as well. I like the SPY. Now we're making money. We've made money to the downside. Now we're catching some money to the upside here. Oh, got it. Yeah, dude, and it's paying a dividend now. So yeah, it's a good ad. So definitely a good ad. Look, that's when I used to trade Meta was down here. Was in the $100 levels. That's where I have some of my levels here. See all those price levels I had down here? Jesus. I think I have a way to just remove them all at once, but oh, it's got a nice gap here too, man. Look at this nice gap fill there. So that's a gap there. Actually, this thing gapped up, so now we have this gap fill. Usually the rule is, right, gaps will be filled, or traders like to talk about gaps getting filled. And so when we're looking at Meta here, you know, we can anticipate, especially you guys heard Tokido say right now that he's looking at a long entry, might see a reversal there soon. It might very well happen, right? This gap might get filled and you can get an entry below 400 rather than 488. Oh, 470 right now. I'm gonna put it on the hourly chart just to watch it here. All right, so we're watching Meta too. Just want to look at the chart. Just something to talk about here while we're waiting for SPY. SPY is up 350, but it's starting to have a little bit of an indecision here, right? It's come up to this previous day pre-market low, and we're gonna see what it does at this level. Yeah, so Tokido says, if you guys are listening to me on YouTube, on the chat here, that gaps are very important to him, and he takes them very seriously, and they're like a magnet for price. So you can feel, right, once he says the word magnet, you can feel like this thing is just like you know, just calling Meta, come towards me. All right, Tesla's got a little bit of a reversal. We like to see that. That's usually a good indicator of the overall market sentiment. And then we're watching SPY as well come up to retest this pre-market low and also test the 5-day EMA line. We'll see how it reacts here. If we can regain the 5-day EMA line, if we can get above it, we might have a complete reversal in our hands here today. But it's way too early to tell. Oh yeah, Meta looks good, man. All right, so you're seeing SPY come up to this pre-market low area and start to have a little bit of resistance there. All right, Tesla, nice bounce off this. This is a 21 line, I think. Yeah. Oh no, it's just talking about the rectangle. I'm talking about the line here. Oh, it's a 21. It's a 21. Yeah. So blue line here is 21-day moving average. I think they're exponentials, right? Yeah, all my lines are exponential. All right, so you're seeing SPY here. Look at this, beautiful, right? Now it's the next candle open. We've regained the 200-day moving average. It doesn't mean a lot in this time frame. It's only 15 minutes, but it's still a level. So we're gonna see what it does here. You see, it's all gonna meet. They're all gonna meet here in this area. We're gonna meet against the pre-market low. We're gonna have the 200-day moving average, and we have the 5-day EMA line coming down here. So we should stay tuned to see what kind of an action we get after this candle closes here. 1050 on this SPY trade now. 1050 on the SPY trade. So that's up 5. We're up $151 on SPY today, scalping it back and forth. Going to keep Meta up here for Tokido. Tokido and I have been discussing Meta a little bit. He's looking for a better entry on a long-term portfolio. All right, so watch that, right? So we our puts paid, right? We made some really good money on puts so far on SPY. Now we're catching the reversal. Now, how it reacts to this 5-day EMA line is going to be very telling to me, right? So is it going to regain it or is it going to get rejected? We shall see. All right, even Boeing's starting to catch a little bit of a bid there. That's good. All right, good on SPY. Starting to see what it's really going to do here. Stay tuned. Boeing catching a little bit of a bid. That's exciting. Can it get a 207.50? That's the thing today. That's what we want to see for Boeing. Or close to it with enough time. It's going to be very difficult, though. Let's keep it honest. Let's be real. All right, we're getting a little move on the SPY here. What we want to see is getting a little bit of momentum. Look at the volume here, 2.4 versus 2.3. So we're getting some volume to the upside. We've had this flush, all this wick action that's happening here. All good things to check off your am I going to get long list, right? Do I get long here? Am I going to get long? We're already long. But we're up 1250 on that trade. So we're up 1250. We're not close to the money. We're actually 70 cents away from the money, right? Because we're at 536. We need to get to 501. So we're already up $14.50 on this contract. So that proves to you guys that we don't necessarily have to get the entire move, but we got to get most of it with enough time. And then you'll be able to catch, make some money on it. So we don't need the entire move. We just need enough move with enough time left on the clock to capture a premium, to get that premium back. So now that one trade's up $18.50. We're up $18.50 on that one call for SPY. That makes us 157 for the day just on SPY. That's somebody's. If you're at $15 an hour, I mean that's your payday. That's your paycheck for the day. That's a lot more. You're not gonna keep all that either because they're gonna tax you. All right, so we're watching Boeing here. Just struggle. But SPY's doing good. We're good on SPY. All right, so we're starting to see it retest this pre-market low. Right? This is important how we react to this level, right? Because remember, we came down in the morning, we bounced off this level before we pushed down lower. So now we're up against that. Now we're retesting what used to be support has now become resistance. So we're going to see if we can break through this resistance area for the SPY. All right, we're up 1750 on those calls for SPY right now. All right, starting to see how it reacts to this level here. Literally play by play. But now you're starting to see Tesla have a little bit of a hard time up here as well, right? It's not just the SPY, right? So I'm just kind of watching these two together. I mean, sometimes I've seen the SPY dump and Tesla go up, so it's not a for sure strategy, but it's something to help you, I guess, stay confident in the trade that you're in, watching what other stocks inside that index are doing. $14.50. I get the feeling, right? Kind of like a similar pattern occurring here, right? So you're starting to see this kind of do the same thing a little bit. So that's what I'm looking at right now, and I'm watching it react to that 5-day EMA line. So now it's in between the 5-day EMA line and the 200-day moving average, right? This is a small time frame, so this 200-day average doesn't carry a lot of weight, but it's still there nevertheless, right? You got to at least respect the fact that it's there. I don't know how much it can happen in such a small time frame. It is a 200-day moving average. We're in 15-minute charts here. I'm gonna get out of this trade. So I'm out of SPY. I don't like that at all. So we didn't lose money on that. We made $6 on that trade. So we're up 146 for the day on SPY. But I don't like this. I don't like this this price action in this area here on a 15-minute chart. I'm anticipating a similar move here. So I'm gonna look at puts again for SPY. You see that? I'm going puts again. See if it fills me. There it is. Okay, so I'm back on puts. $500 puts. That's what we did, right? And it's okay if we're down. We'll take a little bit of a drawdown on it. So $500 puts, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take puts here. And the reason I'm doing that is just that I'm seeing the same pattern develop here. And that's why I'm making that call. I'm also going to close my my Boeing put for next week. I mean my Boeing call for next week. And just take the loss on it now. All right, so we switched back to puts. We're up 150 on that, $1.50 on that. And we're going to continue to watch the SPY here. So you guys watch me watch the SPY and make a call here to get out of my calls and jump back into my puts, because I'm seeing the same pattern happen here. So hopefully you guys learned that or watch me do that. And so now we're up $13 on that trade now. We're up $13 on by switching sides here, right? And it's all just, I mean, there's nothing special about what I'm doing. I can just tell you that I've spent hours and hours and hours and hours watching charts and watching price action like we're doing here together today. And that's what gives me a little bit more conviction to place a trade. And in the end, you know, it doesn't matter, right? Like it doesn't mean that I'm right or that I'm wrong. It just means that I was right for a little bit, you know, because trends change. So yeah, I'm gonna stay on the put side here for SPY. I don't have a reason to believe that we're gonna reverse to the upside. Overall market's down anyway, and we're just getting these dead cat bounces that's happening. So I'm gonna continue to stay here, and as long as we're under this 5-day EMA line, I'm gonna continue to stay short. But there's obviously a lot of confluence happening in this area here. You could also see a little bit of maybe possibly a immature bear flag forming here on the SPY as well. But we'll see, guys. I mean, this is my analysis and this is what I'm doing, and hopefully it helps you come up with your own analysis. All right, so we've closed these out. I'm going to just put close on it because I need to come back and study what happened there. All right, so that one. So we're gonna keep the day one open today, just in case there's a major reversal. I mean, most of that premium's already gone, so there's no point in closing it for $4. So we're just gonna keep it here on watch, and maybe we'll get a little bit of a bounce. We might get a relief rally. I don't know. We'll see. Aliens attack. We'll see. All right, we're gonna continue to stay on this SPY. So SPY is now down. It's now down $1.50. But you know, there's a lot of from what I'm watching here, this pattern formation, right? You're watching the same pattern play out here. Now we have the dump, we have the little bit of a relief rally, and then we might just trade sideways before it just dumps harder again. So that's my analysis on the SPY right now, and I'm going to stick with it. And you're also noticing how many, you know, just in a matter of an hour, you know, I've already placed, right, 725 market open at 6:30, and I've already placed 3 trades on SPY, right? We took some puts, doubled down on our puts. Now we're going long. So we'll see what happens here. All right, 725 on the West Coast. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are feeling great, enjoying the show. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let us know. Please participate in our poll. We want to see how you did for the week. And don't forget to subscribe to the show, following us on Instagram at Shimano Trader. We do have a giveaway going on right now. You got to go to the post on at Shimano Trader with the book on it on Instagram and follow us there. Make a comment on the post and then make sure you're following us here on the show as well. And we'll enter you to a drawing to send you a book. If you like to read, we'll send you a book. Readers are leaders, by the way. That's what I say. Well, somebody told me that. All right, Peloton feels like it's found the bottom. Macy's is pumping. Huh, interesting. The Russell seems to have found a bottom as well. A little bit of a bottom there. Maybe an immature bear flag. Oracle, or that's a loser. And then our lift trade is doing great. Roku's continuing to dump. And DraftKings is up 33 cents. All right, puts are working here. We're watching Meta as well with Tokido. We're watching him. He's looking for potentially a gap fill here. So we're just have that on watch. All right, guys, stay. I got to run to the restroom real quick. Stay tuned. Listen to the music. Watch the charts. I'll be right back. All right, traders, we're back. Thank you. All right, still kind of watching the SPY here, huh? Just kind of just hanging out. Well, where are we at with that anyway? So that trade is down 11.50 already. Even though we're right there where the money's at, right? Our $500 is our strike price, but it's still down 11.50 right now. And Tesla, what's Tesla doing? Tesla's kind of hanging out too. It kind of looks a little bit like the SPY in regards to the little wicking on the top there. We're going to continue to stay short here on SPY. The dollar is down today. Is it really? No, it's up 10 cents, but it kind of gave it up a little bit. I don't know if you guys know this, but the dollar trades inverse to the stock market, right? So dollar is up, stock market is down. Dollar is down, stock market is up. So we're catching a little bit of a, I guess a little bit of a bounce here because the dollar's down a bit. All right, let's go back to my chart here. Okay, starting to watch SPY here. Oh man, there it is. Starting to get rejected by the green EMA line. That's what we want to see. Look, even Meta's got a little bit of a little bit of a bid there, but no, it still looks. Yeah, Meta looks weak, man. Let me see. It's kind of like that a bit. There you go. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, watching the SPY here, guys. Watching the SPY here. There we go. We want this sucker to roll over. We're down 13 bucks on it. See how quickly we start losing money on it. And it's so hard to start getting money on it. All right, 750. We're down 750 on it now. 850. All right, continue to watch the SPY here roll over. Great. So we want to see we're at target $500. We're dropping below that now. So we're down 350 on our puts now. All right, there it is. Starting to breach that support there. There it is. Up 50 cents. I mean, down 50 cents on it. There we go. All right. Good calls on SPY this morning. Good calls, meaning good calls and puts. We've been on the right side of trades this morning so far with the SPY. Now, right? See, so we're starting to see, right, what I told you guys earlier, this little H pattern, right? It's starting to create itself again. It's starting to show its face again. Now how quickly we went from for being in the money in SPY to just being outside of the money. Now we're down 650 on it. All right, continuing to watch the SPYs. Our current position we have open. We do have a Boeing losing trade right now with calls for 207.50 for today, but we're really outside the money on that, so that's not gonna happen. We ended up closing our next week's calls as well, just because it's just trending in the wrong direction. So we've taken a losing trade there, and got out of a losing trade. And maybe that helps us a little bit in regards to we're talking about the psychology of a trader, right? That might help us say, you know, why hang on to a losing trade there, hoping that it can come back next week. We just reassess next week when we get there. All right, we're up 250 on our SPY puts now, or now 50 cents. Yeah, we look heavy. Look at the Tesla here, right? It's trying to make a recovery, but it's not really holding. I continue to watch the SPY as our current position we have open here. $500 strike price puts for SPY. We've already made some money here on the way down. And we made a great call up here to get out of longs. Now we're watching the 5-day EMA line act as resistance, right? Like as soon as it got below, like yesterday, right? Yesterday, once we got above that line, it just stayed above it. You see that? All the way up. And now we're below it. Right, and as soon as we got below it, now it's respecting that trend. It just keeps pushing it down and down. That's a strategy that I like. It's the 5-day EMA line strategy, and I use it usually as an indicator of what direction we're going. Now it's burned me in the past, just like it is showing you right now, downward momentum, and then some news comes out and it just boom, it just spikes up above it and never gets below it. So that's what makes you a little bit kind of itchy trigger, right, to close out positions, because you've been burned like that before. You're in a winning position, things are going in your way, it's trending your way, and then it's not at some point. So that's what sometimes messes with you as a trader. Or 950, we're down 950 on this trade right now, even though we're right at that money level. But I think because we took that above the $500 level, and that's probably why those contracts are a little bit more expensive. Sounds better on my headphones. Roku dumping. Nice. Man, Lyft was the play this week, man. Lyft was the play this week. All right, continue to watch the SPY here. Looks like Tesla starting to lose a little bit of support of this 21-day EMA line here. Starting to struggle there a bit. 1250, we're down 1250 on our put call right now, on our put trade with SPY. Tesla is starting to show signs of weakness in this 1 hour candle at the moment. Look at Tesla here, starting to get below this 21-day EMA line here. Let's see what it's going to do. It's already below the 5-day EMA line, right? So it's already in a weak state based on the strategy that I use. It's in it's going to get pushed down. And then also same thing here with the SPY, but the SPY is starting to get a little bit of wicking action here, starting to get a little bit of support at this level. Meta showing some green. Yeah, a little bit of a bounce there. Yeah, starting to see all the wicking, right? All the wicking happening here. All right, we're going to stay in this put contract for right now until we breach this 5-day EMA line. If we get above it, we're going to watch it here. But it's definitely getting some upside momentum here. You guys are watching it. A little bit of volume, but it's coming up. Now it's testing this pre-market low, right? So it's testing this area here, just like it did over here, and it got rejected. We're going to see this is the third time it's making this effort hit in this level. Even Tesla showing some green, Meta showing some green. I mean, it's red, but it's an hourly chart. If we took 30 minutes, you probably see a green candle there. There it is. You see the green candle there on Meta. There's a lot of buy the dip guys out there. So there's a lot of buy the dip people out there that love this sell off here and they see the buying opportunity. You're seeing it in the way this candle wicked, right? You're seeing a lot of buyers step up here, sell it off in the morning, jump in. So you're seeing SPY breach that pre-market low. I want to see how it reacts to this level here. Might get us out of our puts. Boeing's dying. Jeez. Snap shares down 5% to 1102. So we're continuing to watch the SPY here. SPY's had a dump in the morning. It's starting to recover a bit. We're starting to see other equities also catch a bid, like Meta, also Tesla. They're catching a little bit of a bid there. We have a SPY put contract currently in place. It's a loser right now. It's down $38. Catching calls here. Look, might want to switch to calls. We'll see. Let's look around. All right. DraftKings is wicking pretty hard at these levels here. This $45 level or so. 45, between 44 and 45. It might be the top of DraftKings. They did make an acquisition yesterday. I think they bought some company. All right, there's your SPY, man, making a move. Now it's going to approach this level here. Let's see how it reacts to this level. We got about 10 more minutes into the next candle. Oh, 5 more minutes into the next candle closes. So we'll see. We'll most likely get an open candle above the green EMA line. Watching Meta react to this 200-day EMA, 200-day moving average line. I'm just looking around at other charts real quick. Boeing's dying again. See if it catches that triple bottom at the bottom here. And then SPY is kind to, it's already broken. There it is. It's starting to get some momentum to the upside here. So you see what's happening right now. You're catching all the people who are short start to reconsider their positions, and they are reconsidering jumping sides. And that's probably what the market wants, right? So now everybody who's short is probably going to go long, start closing out put contracts, that sort of thing. And then the market goes, oh, okay, great. We've got everybody short out of the short positions, and now we're going to dump the market. Like, so the market makers are always paying attention to not getting caught on the wrong side of the trade, or getting caught off sides, as they like to say. All right, Boeing continues to die. SPY is really retesting, seeing if it reverses this trend. We got a couple of stocks here. Tesla and Meta are both catching a bid as well. We'll see what it does at this level here. We had a little bit of this was a level, right? So on the way down, it bounced. It kind of messed around in this level here before it continued lower. So now we're going to see. So the expectation is kind of a similar situation here, right? We want to roll down or roll over at this level. We'll see what it does. You get a major pop too. Could happen. Yeah, so here is the expected moves of SPY, right, for the week. So you guys are seeing here, it still has room. It definitely touched the lower part of the range, and now it's looking for the upper part of the range, and that could very well happen today. Starting to get a little bit of resistance up there at this level, this zone level here. So there's an area of confluence for me there. There's that same zone. Oh, so it's it's a pretty tight zone there. It's right here. So that's what that zone's coming from. Yeah, it's got some resistance there, but I don't think it has enough resistance there. So we're gonna keep watching it here. See how it reacts to this level here. You're starting to see the 5-day EMA line starting to curl up a little bit. Got about 2 more minutes to the next candle opens. We'll see where we open on the next candle. We're down $47 on that contract right now. This half the premium's already gone. So it's going to come up here. It's going to test that level. 501. Got 1 more minute to the candle. Next candle opens. See a lot of spinning tops on the futures and S&P 500. Those are 4-hour charts on those. All right, so here's SPY retesting, testing this area of confluence here. Just staying patient on these trades. A lot of it is staying patient and picking your spots, right? Picking your spots carefully. So there's your next candle on SPY, starting to open up, looking a little bullish there. Might start to see a push to the upside there. Now it's testing the 8-day. I think this is 8-day, right? Yeah, that's the 8-day EMA line. We'll see how it reacts here. Oh, here's our segment from Juliana. Oh, you look nice. Oh, you're twinning today, huh? Yeah.
Hi, traders. Good luck.
Good day, school, baby. Love you. You smell great. All right, traders. That was. Yeah, I took it out. So nobody trips. All right, good morning, traders. That was my daughter. She's a superstar. Thank you, Taquito. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's my daughter. She's off to school. 7:45 on the West Coast. We're starting to see the SPY reverse right before us. It's now above the 5-day EMA line and it's testing it. It's bouncing off this line. We're going to see how it reacts now. We're down $49 on that trade right now. That put contract is down $49. All right, so we'll see what the SPY does here. We're definitely considering exiting our positions now. Remember, these are 0 DTE, so the premium moves pretty fast. Anything can happen at this level here. Then Meta's definitely caught a bit here on the 30-minute chart. Tesla's rising a bit as well. It's down for the day, but it's starting to make a little bit of a comeback. We'll see what SPY does here. We're going to just wait and see if SPY continues higher or it just starts to maybe chop sideways a little bit here before continuing further to the downside. We're short on SPY right now. We have put contracts on it. $500 strike price right down here. Looking across all my charts here, it looks like everything's starting to catch a bid here to the upside. Even DraftKings is up. Roku's got a little bit of a bounce. It's got as low as 72.69. Jesus Christ, down $20, 21.5% on Roku. So now SPY has regained the support of the green EMA line, right? We saw it lose support here and just get rejected all the way down. Now the opposite is happening on that trade. So nice big, right? Things to pay attention to here on my chart is this wicking action, right? This huge wick here, right? It's like if you follow Red Dog on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, he's what he calls a red dog reversal, right? So you have this major dump, then you have the large wick on the bottom, and then the next candle continues to move up higher, right? So this is what he would call a red dog reversal. But they're not long. I mean, on shorter time frames, like here on the 15-minute chart, you can't expect such a big move because it's just shorter time frames. I think if you see this move on a daily chart, you would definitely want to go long in that case. But on 15-minute charts, it's just the time's too small a time to really catch a trend. Sometimes you'll catch them, right? But usually it's, this shorter time frame is because you don't want to be in them too long. Like I've been sitting in this one here probably for about 30 minutes now, right? It's just eating away at our premium. We're down $49 on it right now on this SPY put contract. But I'm going to stay patient here. I'm going to stay patient on this trade. Because otherwise, if I'm not, then I'm jumping in and out of other trades. So this keeps me happy for the time being. Yeah, we're also trying to find a similar candle, but to the downside, right? So trying to find what they call a topping tail or a blow off top, anything like that, right? Because what's happening here on the SPY, based on my observations here, is we're starting to just get, just trying to set us up for the dump later today. That's what I think, because everybody wants to buy the dip, right? And that's kind of what people think they've done down here. They think they've bought the dip, and now we're going to the upside, right? And we think that, or you start to think as a trader that, you forget about the risk that's right in front of our faces here. But I see here is like the dump off, right? Everybody got out of their shorts down here. Everybody went long. So now everybody's long. And depending where you got long in here, depending how much in the money you currently are, right? But if you got long down here, you're definitely making money. But if you're like long up here somewhere, at least in contract wise, you're not in the money just yet. or you had to pay a lot of money for that contract. But we're starting to watch a little bit of an exhaustion happening here on SPY. I'm almost tempted to double down on my contracts, believe it or not, just for entertainment. Let's look at it. So they're down 44 bucks already. So now it's down $74. All right, I'm going to do that. Not a recommendation. You will lose money. So I've taken a second contract on SPY at $500 strike price. I've taken it up here just based on the reaction to this level here. And it would be great if it could just catch the bottom of this EMA line here and go to the bottom. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to watch this trade very careful. If it starts to go up against me, I'm going to just close everything out. So that will be a little high risk trade here for us off this little price action here. Starting to look around too, look and see how Tesla might be reacting, how Meta might be acting. So I just added to a losing position, right? Something that maybe it's frowned upon, right? Don't average into a losing trade. It's losing money. Why would you jump into a losing trade? That's what I've done here right now. I'm going to put a Fibonacci retracement on this just to see, just to keep an eye on it. Right, it kind of shows you what a retracement level would look like on this, right? So we see that is kind of get into this, what they call the golden pocket area here. There it goes. Not good for us. Yo, Taquito, looking out. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, dude. Don't forget to, if you want to be part of that that raffle, man, check out me on Instagram at Shimano Trader. Have a great weekend, man. Good talking to you. Thank you for all your love and support, man. You're a great guy. All right, continuing to watch the SPY here. We've added to our short position, our short or a put contract for SPY. So we're going to see how it reacts to this level and this 50% retracement level here. See if we catch a rejection or we're going to have to just get out of this. Oh, for sure, Taquito. Thank you so much, man. You're a good guy. Thank you again for everything. All right, so we're watching SPY here just break through this retracement level here on the Fibonacci retracement. So we're going to see what it does here. A lot of wicks, though. Seeing a lot of wicks here. So we're going to see where this trade takes us. Oh, I should record her. All right, we're staying patient here with SPY. This trade is not going in our direction. We're going to stay a little patient here. It's still, market's been only open for about an hour and a half now. Staying patient here with SPY. We're right back up to this level here where we saw some of the bouncing happening. All right, good. Got some payments coming in today. That's positive. All right, watching SPY here, kind of top out. It feels like it's topping out to me. Nice little spike there. See if we can catch a downward reversal here. That'd be great. We're down $46 on those contracts currently. There's no trading on Monday, by the way. Market is closed on Monday, so we won't be streaming either. Seems some good resistance here on SPY at this level here. Let's see if it holds. Staying patient here on SPY. This kind of feels like a little bit of a make or break area for the SPY here. Let me put a little downward trend on it, see if that helps us. It's really steep though. I don't know if that's even... Yeah, it's hard to draw a trend line right there. $500, that's what it was, yeah. Feels like those guys are getting rejected up there too. We'll see how it goes. Staying patient here with SPY. Currently sitting on put contracts. I like this music though. This music's good. Be like this. Oh man, it barely. It's gonna be tight there. This might look like a little channel, maybe. All right, we're continuing to watch the SPY here. We're currently sitting on put contracts, so we're just monitoring that, staying patient. So we got our next candle there on SPY. We'll see how it reacts to this little area right here. It feels like it's got some resistance there. Like everything's gonna caught a little bit of a resistance here, right at that EMA line. A lot of wicking here. SPY. Tesla's catching a little bit of a little bit of a resistance there. So is Meta at these levels. Yeah, man, SPY's starting to feel like it's starting to gain some momentum to the upside, unfortunately for us. Starting to see Meta here starting to roll over here to the upside. Meta might catch a bit up here too. Yeah, looks like the Bulls are in control right now. We see these Tesla get above the 5-day EMA line here. We got to take a loss here. Volume's decent. All right, 8 o'clock, guys. 8 o'clock on the West Coast. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. We broadcast live Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Please follow us on Instagram at Shimano Trader. We do have a giveaway going on right now. You're going to follow us on Instagram at Shimano Trader. Make a comment on the post. Follow our handle and follow us here on the show. And we'll be raffling off a book, The Best Loser Wins. Yeah, Best Loser Wins by Tom Hoggart. That would be released, or it's already out, but we're going to raffle it off and announce a winner on March 15th. So please participate if you want to get that book, and we'll mail it to your house. So funny to see SPY here at this level. See what it's going to do. This was a previous important level here. We'll see if it gives us more clarity in the direction that it wants to go in for the rest of the day. Also seeing Meta and Tesla catch a little bit of resistance at that 5 EMA line. We're currently above it on our SPY trade, but yeah, it's a little bit of it has like some upward momentum right now at the moment. Yeah, calls are expensive right now for the SPY. They want to get you in calls right now and then dump you. All right, so seeing Tesla catch a little bit of resistance there, a little bit of a red candle. Meta looks pretty good. This beat's pretty good. I mean, I like a little bit more upbeat, but this will do for right now. All right, so you seeing Tesla catch some resistance here. Also watching Meta just for I guess just for sentiment of the market, and we're really in our SPY puts right now. All right, traders. Hope you guys are doing good today, having a good day. Don't forget to please fill out our poll at the top of our page. Just want to see how you guys did for the week. You ended up green, red, or even Steven. All right, continuing to watch the SPY here. Also, Tesla, Meta, and Boeing. Throwing horns at you with this beat. This beat sounds good. Boeing's dying, guys. Meta is trying to catch the 5-day EMA line here. See if we can get a little bit above that. Same thing with Tesla. Sold off in the morning. Everything sold off in the morning, but it seems like we're starting to get our footing here. We're trying to shake out the longs. Oh, shake out the shorts, I mean. Little red candles on Tesla and Meta. We're currently in SPY puts, so $500 strike price on SPY puts for today. So we're taking a bit of a drawdown on that. We're gonna hang tough here and see if we can get the market to roll over again. We'd made some good money on the put side here, and then we got out of our puts, and we've been out of our puts until around here. We took a put for $500 strike price for today. We're down on that right now, so we're trying to see if we can recover some of that loss. But SPY looks good off of this bounce here, this major bounce here, right? We got this big wick here off previous day's low. This red bar is the previous day's low, so it had a really nice bounce off that level, and it's been going up ever since. Bulls are in control on the SPY, it feels like at the moment. Even though SPY's down overall for the day, down about 0.17%. See what happens at this level. Starting to see some red candles forming on Tesla and on Meta. Yo. That beat's solid, man. That beat is solid. All right, starting to see the SPY have a little bit of resistance at this level here, this 501 level. See what it does. Starting to also see Tesla and Meta catch a little bit of resistance here, but we don't really know. It's an interesting pattern formation here on the SPY. All right, traders, happy Friday. We're currently sitting on SPY puts, $500 strike price. We've taken a decent drawdown on it right now. So we're going to see if we can get we can top out right here. If not, we're going to consider looking at closing these positions. I mean, you're tempted to get long here. Just off of this move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 15-minute candles here. So about 45 minutes. Going up for about 45 minutes or so. It's looking strong, man. Looks good. I think if we can get Meta here and Tesla to get above that 5-day EMA line, we'll definitely see some upward momentum here. But the market's recovering nicely. I mean, we're 75 cents here away from recovering fully on the SPY. Man, Roku, man. Roku's a bloodbath today. I don't know if you guys are watching Roku at all today. We took some puts on Roku for next week, and I think we're already making money on that. But it is down 22%, $20.85. Roku's I think it gave weak guidance, and it complained about advertising expenses. They can't compete with these big streamers like Netflix and Prime and all that, so they gave weak guidance, and they're dumping pretty hard. All right, look at that nice reversal on SPY, guys. We're gonna stay with our put contracts for right now. It's real early in the day. I think we're just, it sold off in the morning. Everybody's getting long right now, and hoping for all-time highs at the end of the day. But the CPI or the PPI print was really hot this morning, so the market is so it's so moody, man. Like, just when you think it should go up, it goes down. When you think it should go down, it goes up. It's incredible. Trading is not for the weak-minded for sure. So really nice move on SPY here. Really nice reversal since this candle here at 7 o'clock this morning. All right, watching Tesla here. Tesla looks pretty good at this 5-day EMA line, and Meta as well. But even though they haven't been able to get above it for the most part, they're just we've got a little bit of a downward trend happening on Meta. There is a gap below Meta as well. We're talking about it with Tokido earlier today. Just the gap here, the gap fill here at the bottom of Meta. There's a big gap to be filled. This is a big gap here. Oh, we leave it in an hour. Oh no, no, leave it an hour. Yeah, so what do you see there? And then Tesla, beautiful move on Tesla yesterday. We made some real good money on calls. We've been in calls in Tesla since Monday. We made some good money on that yesterday. But it looks like it's about to regain that 5-day EMA line above it. It might just catch some upward momentum. Wow, look at this candle on SPY. Boom, it's really getting some momentum to the upside. Even Boeing's catching a little bit of a green candle there as well. My coffee was really good this morning. It's the same way I do it every morning. I mean, every mornings when I do my coffee, I did it the same way, but for some reason today was really delicious. Super delicious. All right, so you're seeing the SPY here. Look at this SPY. It's coming right back up to this level here. This green bar is yesterday's high. That's yesterday's high. So we're going to see what SPY does here as it approaches yesterday's high. It's got some real strength now, though, guys. It's starting to really start to recover. But we'll see how it acts at this level here. Starting to see green across the board now. Yeah, whole market's starting to recover a bit now from that sell-off in the morning. All right, see another candle here in about 2 more minutes here on the SPY. Boeing, we identified like a double bottom yesterday on Boeing, but it hasn't really played out, unfortunately. Not like what we want to see. So you have a little bit of a, you know, at the bottom of the weekly range, the expected move of the stock here. It's done it like almost 3 times here. And we were thinking it was going to do it again, but it hasn't yet. That would be a triple bottom on the hourly chart for Boeing. They continue to watch the SPY here. Oh, MCI CEO is live now. According to Sean here. You guys want to go check that out. See what SMCI's got to say. I think Sean wanted to do a big short on that stock. I don't know if he actually did it. I don't know if he's still short on that stock. I think he's going to do a major short on it. But I think chips are up big today. Especially off yesterday. I forgot what the name of that stock is. I didn't even know it was a chip stock. I think I forgot what it's called. Anyway, had great earnings yesterday. It's pushing up chips. All right, traders, we're continuing to watch the SPY here. Is 8. Oh, SMCI. Hey, Abby. Hey, Abby. Shout outs to Abby, man. Earlier this week, remember the SPY was dumping. I talked about you earlier this morning because the SPY was dumping, and then you said you can go back in the chat and watch it. And she was like, "Oh, I think we're gonna finish higher, right?" And we were dumping at the time that she said that, and it actually played out. So, shout outs to Abby, man. Good call on that. What's your call on SPY today? Are we gonna finish higher today, or we're gonna dump? I'd love to hear your opinion. You got some credibility with me, Abby. So we're watching how SPY is gonna react to this level here. We're currently sitting on put contracts, so we're down about $100 on those. So we're gonna see if we're gonna watch the rollover here if it happens. Good job, Abby. $3,600, man. Wow. Bringing the money. That's awesome. $3,600 day. All right, traders. Just wanted to make a quick announcement. I got some more guys here in the lobby. So we are doing a giveaway. We are doing a book giveaway. It's called The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogart. We are raffling off that book March 15th. All you got to do is go to my Instagram handle at Shimano Trader, where you will find a post that has that book and it tells you the rules. All you got to do is go follow me there, make a comment on the post, and then make sure you're following the Tradecaster show here as well, that you subscribe here. And then we're going to put you into a raffle, and then we're going to raffle off that book, and then we'll mail it to your house. So if you guys want to participate in that raffle, please follow those instructions at Shimano Trader on Instagram, and you'll get more information there. Thank you very much. 940, good. Oh, 940, that was 640. Yeah, you missed that. I mean, it was dumping pre-market, so you had a really good, sounds like you had a good game plan going in. And we made some money on it. We didn't make 3,600, but we made some money on the scalp here at open. And now we're just giving it all back by staying short. That great candle on SPY though here, very strong. Wow. Good job, Abby. Shout outs to you. All right, so everything looks really strong now, right? Like it seems like this dump in the morning. I mean, go figure, right? So PPI print was really hot this morning. You know, we were much higher on the print than was expected. When the print came out really hot on Tuesday, the market sold off hard. Today, it is a confirmation of that CPI print right now, because now the price index is higher as well, in addition to the consumer price index. So it's a confirmation that inflation is sticking around and inflation is spiking. We're up month over month, we're month year over year. So the market, what does it do? It sells off in the morning, and now it's recovering nicely. So it's incredible. It's incredible, right? Like you have to just trade what the market gives you and not trade what you think is going to happen. Usually that's how you get burned. But man, look at SPY, looks great. SPY, beautiful recovery on the SPY. I wonder if we're gonna go hit all-time highs after this, because just what a bounce off of there. All right, continue to watch the SPY here. SPY is approaching this green bar here. This green bar here is our previous day high. So whatever the previous day high was yesterday, so you guys can see here, so this is our previous day high for the day. Now we're approaching that level here. That's what this bar is here. And then my red bar here in the bottom. When we do pre-market prep in the morning, you guys can see me do this and see what I do with our levels and how we set them up. This red dash line here is our pre-market low. This is the pre-market low, and then we have our pre-market high up here. Boeing's catching a bid. That's nice. We got to get a 207.50 by end of day to make some money on those contracts. We're really out the money right now. And then look, Tesla, beautiful day on Tesla yesterday. Kind of sold off in the morning with the market, but it's starting to make its way back up. These green lines here, I'm going to do a video over the weekend. I'm going to do it on Sunday, and I'll let you guys know about it. But these green lines are the anticipated move for the week. So when you look at the option chain on Sunday night, it tells you there it's at a $5 plus or minus. So what it's telling you that it's got a range of what the anticipated range is going to be. Excuse me, what that anticipated range is going to be for the week. So what I've done is I started charting that way, and I just started this Sunday. Was the first time that I did it. Shout outs to Raider Trader. Shout outs to Raider Trader, because Raider Trader is the one who revealed that to me, and I've been trading options for some time, and I never knew that. So when you're seeing the Tesla chart here, you're seeing that the expected range for 216, which is today, was the high end, all right, 202.68, and the low end was 184.86. That helped me trade this week. It helped me trade the Tesla stock to the penny, actually, because when it opened up earlier in the week, it came down to that range, and it sat there for 2 days. And to me, I felt like, wow, this is the lower part of the range. It's got to get to the top part of the range. So we took some calls yesterday, sold out prematurely. Something that I need to get better at as a trader is to, hang on to my winners longer and to cut my losers faster. That's what that book is about. That Tom Hogart book. and it talks about the best loser wins because it teaches you how to be a good loser. Meaning, when you're in losing trades, cut them, right? Cut those losing trades. Why are you hanging on to losing trades? But when we're in winning trades, we cut those suckers right away. Like as soon as you, like I did yesterday here with Tesla, right? As soon as I got to my strike price, I'm like cutting my winners real short. And right now I'm sitting on SPY puts and I've not closed out those positions. I'm being hopeful, right? That's what the book teaches you. You're being hopeful when you're losing, and you're being fearful when you're winning, when it should be the other way around. We should be fearful when we're losing, and we should be hopeful when we're winning. So that it explains that psychology, and that's why I think it's a great book for any trader, no matter where you are in your trading journey, whether you're an experienced pro, you're just getting started, you're somewhere in the middle. I think having an understanding about what happens in your mind and what's firing off in your head when you're in losing trades, what's firing off in your head when you're in winning trades, and then having an understanding about, you know, how to apply that to a strategy and how to jump in and out of trades, you know, with conviction. So if you guys don't know, I'm gonna repeat it again. We're raffling off that book, Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogert. There is a post on my Instagram at Shimano Trader. You can go on there, make a comment on that post. There's a couple of rules you got to follow, but then we'll be raffling off that book at in about a month. So March 15th, we'll announce a winner on that. So please participate. Please be part of the journey and get better. Stay curious. You know, keep reading, keep following traders, keep doing, you know, the searching that needs to be done to find the things that you need to find so you can have the success that you want to have. All right, 5-0. Man, we're about to hit 502 on the SPY. We're down about $130 on our SPY puts. We're going to hang on to them, though. We're just going to hang on to them. I just want to see what it does at these levels. And, I mean, they're going to get burned and we're going to make money. So we're approaching the previous day high here. The SPY is approaching the previous day high. We're going to see how it reacts to that level. Music today is being provided by the XMod Matt on YouTube. They provide non-copyright live stream music. So I've learned the hard way here on Tradecaster that, you know, you just can't play any kind of music in the background. YouTube will block you, and then it'll block your stream, and then you'll be wondering why nobody's come by to visit you at your lobby. And it's usually because you're being blocked. So and it's not like it tells you right away. You gotta go look for it. So sometimes I gotta go check what my OBS is telling me or what my YouTube studio is telling me, and I'll find a big yellow banner. It'll say, "You're stealing music." So Abby says this is for the YouTube people. So we're streaming live on YouTube today. Just an FYI, I played what is that? Sim 1-2 contracts. Wished I had an evaluation account. Waiting for my evaluation to come in active again. Oh, nice. Oh, simulation account. Oh yeah, yeah, man. It's funny, the simulation thing. It's like you know, when I'll do on Thinkorswim, we have this thing called on demand, right? So you can trade like a live market, but like from a previous day or previous time, and you can go back and see how you would have traded that chop or traded that market. But it's such a great tool. But when you're simulating trading, I think you know this, Abby, is you're a little bit more, you tend to be a little bit more risky. You know, your emotions are definitely not in it as much as it is when you have real money on the line. But it is a great way to practice and a great way to learn and a great way to go back and back test strategies and that sort of thing. So I'm all for that, man. That's a really good strategy to go and test it. Oh, happy to hear that, Abby. So Abby's been saying that she's been doing simulation accounts and trading paper money, and that's really helped her a lot in her trading. Congrats to her. I mean, she made $3,600 today. Take it from a good trader. All right, and then Sean says that the CEO didn't say much bad there. He seems like a super happy guy. I like him. Laughing out loud. Probably Sean said that with a bunch of energy. Oh, yeah, I like him so much. That was probably Sean this morning. just teasing you, Sean, man. I love that energy, man. I can't keep that energy up for more than maybe a couple of hours, maybe an hour or two, and I'm usually mellow. You should just keep it low key. All right, continue to watch the SPY here. 501.93 is the level. We're testing previous day high. We've had a amazing run up since about 7 o'clock this morning. We've been up for like an hour and a half, nothing but upward moves on the SPY. Yeah, AK-47 is awesome, man. There's some really great streamers on this platform. If you guys are new, checking me out, I appreciate you. There's also some really good streamers on here, a lot to learn from. In addition to watching them trade live, you can also go into the video library. I was in there just a couple of days ago. I think Abby had suggested to me to put a video up and how I'm gonna chart the weekly anticipated moves on the option chain. So I'm gonna do that on Sunday, Abby, because then I'll actually be doing it for myself, and I'll record it, and then I'll put it somewhere where you guys can review it and show you how I get that that weekly anticipated move on the option chain and how I chart that. So I'll be showing that to you guys. But yeah, man, there's so much to learn. There's so many good people on here, so many helpful people too that just want to help you. You know, they're not like trying to send you to their Discord channel or try to sell you something. They just want to trade and help people as much as possible. So a lot of good people on here. And you know, I would encourage all of you guys, if you guys are watching and not streaming, consider streaming. And the only reason I say that is because it helps you kind of revisit your stream. Like sometimes I'll record my stream and I'll go back and look at it, or I'll just check it for quality. And in that process, I'll be learning some of the mistakes that maybe I'm not seeing when I'm actually in a trade. So it's good to kind of record yourself. I learned that from sales, right? It's kind of practice in the mirror, record yourself, and then you kind of go back and look at it, and you can see some of the things obviously you cannot see in yourself because you're the one performing. So those are all good advice, right? To go back and maybe record yourself trading and go back and look at it and practice. All right, so we're watching the SPY here. It's 8:27 on the West Coast. We're watching the SPY here hit this previous day high level. This green bar here is the previous day high. We're gonna see what SPY decides to do at that level. Seems like it's got a little bit of resistance. And then just watching charts across the board today. TTD, the trading desk, reported earnings yesterday. It is up 18% today. We have calls for next week on that. So we'll see how that plays out. And then DraftKings reported earnings, dumped that earnings, but then it recovered nicely. It's up about 0.71% today on the DraftKings. I honestly think this is the top of DraftKings. I think it's had a significant run up. It did an acquisition as well. It reported that at earnings. It's at that 44, 45 level. I think that might be a tough top to break through on DraftKings, but we'll see, right? Not financial advice. And then Roku, same thing with Roku. So we took puts on Roku with next week expiration, I think at $65. It is down $21 this morning, 22%. Just didn't have a good earnings. But so we're looking to continue to see that continue to the downside, see if those puts print. And then the Russell's up. The Russell's down 0.75% this morning, but it, just like everything else, it's sold off in the morning and it's just recovering nicely. Peloton, just long-term stock for me. Just adding a position there and just adding to the long-term. I think it's a good acquisition target. Macy's, we played lotto plays, $20 strike price for today. It's probably not going to hit, but the calls were super cheap. We're just going for lotto plays there. And then Oracle, we took some long-term Oracles. We're doing a sympathy play with Cisco's earnings, but that didn't play out as well. Those were all real cheap contracts. So something that I do, I probably encourage you guys to do. So I follow this guy named Josh Answers, the Trading Fraternity. He broadcasts every day on YouTube. So you can go to youtube.com, the stock market, I think it's called, or Josh Answers, the Trading Fraternity. Look it up. Really solid guy. The guy streams every day on YouTube, Monday through Friday, like 30 minutes before market open, all the way till after 1 o'clock on the West Coast. And even he even hangs around for like earnings calls, right? So we'll hang out with him. But Josh has a really good strategy. He's called a 2 standard deviation move, and what that is that we look at options during we look at the option chain during the earnings, right? So what we'll do is we'll look at the anticipated move, or basically what's priced into the stock, right? So if it's a 10% move or 20% move on the stock, whatever. Let's just say it's expected to move $5. So what we do is we look at the puts and the call side, and we do a 2 standard deviation, which basically means if the move is going to be $5, then we'll look at $10 outside of the money on both sides, both on the call side and on the put side. and then we'll just take some really cheap contracts. And usually what ends up happening is, you lose, right? But you lose 18 cents, or I'm sorry, $18, $20, whatever. We buy really cheap contracts. But when the contracts hit, then you get like 400 or 500% on that. So I'll give you an example, Lyft, right? So we took Lyft calls, $35 strike price on Lyft for January 17th of 2025, right? So that stock, I don't know if you guys heard about it this week. So it reported earnings this week, and then they whiffed on the they had some kind of clerical error. It was so funny because we were sitting here watching it balloon to like, it shot up like 60% or something crazy like that, and our contracts were like, we're up like 1,000% on our option calls. But then the story came out that they did a typo on their earnings report, and I think they had a margin gain of like 0.5%, but on the report it said 50%. So they were like, we just made 50% margins on the same business model that we just have, and it blew up the stock, and all this happened. And I don't know if you guys caught stuff online, but then the CEO came out and he was like, my bad, sorry, right? But you just think about, knowing that that's going to happen ahead of time, right? And just imagine you're like, okay, I'm going to buy, maybe not contracts because you can't really trade them after market, but let's say you would have bought a shitload of shares, right? And then this happens, it pops up, oops, my mistake, you sold off at the top, you top tick that thing and get out, and it's just like, I mean, you could just make so much money that way, I would imagine, right? But there's a lot of things got to go in your direction for that to happen. But anyway, so we're still in those, and I think Lyft is let me see where Lyft is at right now. Where did I put that stock at? So Lyft that's at $18.89. Excuse me, $18.89. We took calls at around $12 or so. So those are up pretty big right now, and we got a year to go. So I mean, anything can happen, but I mean they're up pretty big right now. So it's pretty cool to take an $18 play and then have it be worth $300. Like that's how that's how it should be always, right? Yeah, so there's Abby saying that NQ looks long for today, so we might be bullish the rest of the day today, and also the dollar's down as well. The dollar's down, so usually the dollar and the stock market trade inverse, right? So if you got a healthy dollar, you have a weak market, and if you have a sinking dollar, you have a strong market. So. Well, I'm thinking, Abby, I'm just a complete guess here. I think that we flush at the end. I think the big move has happened to the downside, and so everybody got short in the beginning, and now everybody's long, and we're starting to see some resistance here at the previous day high. Just looking at the chart, to me, I don't think we get above 501 on the SPY, and we start to reverse at this point. That is my perspective, my opinion, not financial advice. You will lose money. Obviously, I'm losing money today on this SPY trade. But yeah, I think we reverse. I think we flush hard to end the day and revisit next week. Next week, we don't have any data. So there's no data next week. So we should see how the stock market digests all the information that happened this week and how things play out. You're welcome, Abby. I hope I'm right this time. So maybe if I'm right, you'll come back next week and you'll be like, Sergio, you were right. You called it. So I'm gonna leave that out there and see if it goes down that way. I'm just being biased, Abby, because I'm in puts right now. So I need that to play out that way. Tesla is looking beautiful. It's about to regain that 5-day EMA line and continue further. I loaded up on shares when Tesla dumped and when Tesla was getting all the bad reviews and they were, jumping down Elon Musk's throat and just all that was happening. I was loading up on shares on my long-term portfolio. So right around this area here, guys, when this was happening, I was loading up on shares for my long-term portfolio. And so far, that's proven to be a really good move because we've recovered. We're about to fill the gap on that. We're about to fill this earnings gap on Tesla, and I'm hoping we can get back up to this 207 level and just make a run. Tesla's a great stock to trade on options. It moves a lot. I mean, it moved from 180. What did it get to this week? Yeah, it got down to 187. It's now at 201, right? So it's had over a $20 move there in a week. All right, starting to find a little bit of a pullback here on SPY. That's what we want. Oh, no, Abby. Far from a pro, my friend. Far from a pro. But thank you very much. I have a little experience in teaching people what not to do. But I'm still yet to get really good on the part where I'm actually feel confident, like, I don't know. Somebody sent me a message and they were asking me if I can teach them or do something like that. I just don't feel comfortable yet to be, like literally a one-on-one with anybody. That's kind of maybe why I stream, because then you can just see what I'm doing. And, I always tell you guys it's not financial advice, trade carefully, that sort of thing. And then you can just learn on your own. But I just don't feel confident enough just yet. I just want to share what I know. Thank you, Abby. All right, so Dagmar says, traders, I can say that this is the most amazing trading community. Everyone here is so awesome, so fun to work with, and so great. I could not be any more proud to be part of a huge community where everyone supports each other. So much thank you. Thank you, Sean. Hey, Sean, thank you for allowing us this opportunity, man. It's thanks to you, my friend, because you've given us this platform for all of us to come on here and try to do something with this. So we appreciate you, Sean. And thank you for being like the leader, right? Like just the leader and putting out good vibes and good trades and just helping all of us. So this is wonderful, man. I really enjoy doing what I'm doing. I enjoy this time slot that I'm in. I'm in control of my day. After 9 o'clock, I can go on with my life. But I really enjoy being on here and just spitting my thoughts, like whatever is on my head. And if you guys are kind enough to listen to me and want to hear what I have to say, I appreciate you guys being here with me. That'd be so sweet. All right, 8:37, fam. 8:37 on the West Coast, 8:37 Pacific time. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread, and we have a live trading show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. We are trading live, and we are broadcasting over the Tradecaster airwaves. So check us out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Subscribe to the show, participate, ask questions. And you can follow me on Shimano on Instagram at Shimano Trader. We do have a giveaway that we are rolling out. We're going to be announcing a winner for a book, The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogert. We're going to be raffling that off on March 15th. So we got about a month to promote that and have you guys come on and just help me promote my handle on Instagram. It's just a handle for the show. And, anything, any comments, questions, or concerns, you can hit me up there, DM me, or just whatever you want. No big deal. I just want to give you guys an opportunity to have access if you guys want to reach out to me. But I really want to give that book away because it's really at the core of my trading journey. Is just to be a better trader and to be better, up in my mind, right? Psychologically, to be a better trader, stay longer in my winners, cut my losers faster, that sort of thing. Be hopeful when I'm supposed to be fearful. Be fearful when I'm supposed to be hopeful. And I think those things are really going to help traders along the journey of trading because it's a really emotional venture that we take on. It's a real mental drain, when you're trading. And if you're having a bad day, I think you tend to take it out on people, right? So you tend to take it out on your family, on your friends. When you're not having the best trading day. I mean, people make fun of me sometimes. They'll be like, you must have had a bad trading day today because like I'm moody or I lost money. So I think that book really helps you navigate that journey about how to think, how the proper way to think when we're trading and to avoid the pitfalls of trading. All right, I'm going to read you the preface of the book while I'm losing money on SPY here. So, all right, the preface says, how do you feel about failure? How do you feel about failure will, to a very large degree, define your growth, your life trajectory in virtually every aspect of your life, right? You may want to close this book and think about that for a while, right? How you feel about failure will to a very large degree define your growth and your life trajectory in virtually every aspect of your life, right? You may want to close this book and think about that for a while. It is quite frightening how deep the sentence is. What 99% of traders do not realize is that they are looking for answers in the wrong places. Knowledge of technicals, fundamentals, indicators, ratios, patterns, and trend lines, well, everyone knows about them and everyone loses except that 1%. What am I doing? What am I doing enabling me to have success in trading that I have? Oh, he's talking to himself. What am I doing that is enabling me to have the success in trading that I have, which the others are not doing? The answer is simple and it is complex. I am an outstanding loser. The best loser wins. I have conditioned my mind to lose without anxiety, without loss of mental equilibrium, without emotional attachment, and without fostering feelings of resentment or desire to get even, right? I know, you guys don't even have to tell me. I know this resonates with you. Is it because of how my mind, it is because of how my mind works that I am able to trade in a way that I do. My knowledge of technical analysis is average at best. My knowledge of myself is what sets me apart, right? The true measure of your growth as a human being is not what you know, but rather what you do with what you know. I wrote this book to describe how I transformed myself into a trader I am today. And how I was able to bridge the gap between what I knew and what I was capable of and what I actually achieved. So that's just a quick little, just a little blurb from the book, but it spends a lot of time talking about the psychology of a trader and the stuff that we do to hurt ourselves as traders. So if you want that book, I might read a couple of more pages here leading up to the drawing. But I think it's a wonderful book for anybody who is a struggling trader, or even if you're not a struggling trader, but just somebody who wants to, sharpen your game and add a little bit, get a little bit of an edge mentally. I think that is where we will benefit the most, is by controlling our emotions, right? So anyway, I hope that helps. I hope you guys see value in that book. And remember, if you want to participate in that drawing, at Shimano Trader on Instagram, find a post, learn the rules, make a comment, follow me there, subscribe to the Tradecaster show as well, and then we'll raffle that book off March 15, and then we'll send it to your house, and then you can enjoy that book like I have the last couple of weeks. Now South San Francisco is calling me. South San Francisco, California is calling me. I know nobody in San Francisco. Wow, guys. Well, look at the SPY. Huge reversal on the SPY. We've come all the way back up from a low of 498. Wow. Good stuff there. So if you've been longs since the drop there, congratulations. Um, 8:43 on the West Coast, 8:43 Pacific time. Hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Friday. All right, Abby. Sweet. Yeah, stay long. Yeah, there's no reason to not be long right now. Shit, awesome. Huh, interesting. Hey, my soundboard's not working. I wanted to make a little sound and it's not working. Yeah, that's odd. I wonder why. All right. Cool. So longs, that's the game right now, right? Catching this reversal. So it's a good lesson for all of us here, traders, like, right, to see this, look at this deep, long wick, man, right? Like, that so many buyers there's so many buy orders sitting right here. So when this thing triggered, man, and since 7 a.m. Pacific time, we've just been nonstop climbing. Look at this huge reversal, this big, deep reversal on the SPY. Awesome. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know how loud that was. My soundboard wasn't working. I had to restart it. Hold on. Yeah, it's pretty loud. There it is. Sorry about that. I should yeah, I don't know. I just restarted the thing and it started working now. See, now I can have my chipmunk laughing again. All right, so we're watching SPY here. It just breached the previous day's high level. So this is the previous day high level. So yesterday it's as high as we got, 502.23, before the market closed, right? So we got up to this, we wicked up here, then we sold off, and then we kind of went up there on the close. So we're right at that level now. So we're at yesterday's high, and we're going to see how the market reacts to this level. Will we continue higher, or are we going to sell off here, or is this the top for today? So let's watch it. Let's watch it together. All right, here it is. All right, so we're going to see. This is decision time for SPY. I think if we now know how we broke that level now, and now we're retesting this level. So we're up at that level. We're retesting. We're going to see what we get here. Boeing's doing a nice little comeback too. Look at Tesla, right? Tesla, these green bars are the weekly expected move for Tesla. So we came down here, check, right? Got the lower part of the range, and now we hit the top of the range, check, right? So how did the market makers know that, right? Like that's what blows me away. That's why Raider Trader on Instagram talks a lot about how option trading is, you know, it's predictable. It's predictable because you see the orders come through. You know when they're going to expire. You know how much money they're spending on those contracts. So by analyzing the option chain, it should give you an edge or more confidence in how you're going to place your trades based on that. So this week was the first week that I ever do this weekly anticipation move on my charts. And it so far this week is proved to be one hell of an edge because it really gives you an idea of what you think how the stock is going to move, and it's all based on how many contracts people bought when they're taking the expiration dates. So all of that determines what the expected weekly move is. And so far on Tesla this week, I mean, it was to a T. Even though they warn us against doing this on Tesla because it gets day traded a lot, and because it gets day traded a lot. You know, there's really not a lot of confidence on these levels because it's always being traded, day traded. But that strategy so far has proven to be a good one, at least this week. This is the first week that I tried it, and where it is, there's your expected range for 216 on the top side. Look where Tesla is at today, and look where it went this week as well. It just stayed in that range. So very powerful strategy that I will make a video of this weekend, and I'll share it with you guys so that you can apply it, especially if you're option trading. Yeah, exactly, Abby. That is the story of my life, right? So what Abby is expressing right now is exactly what all of us do as traders, right? Which is, I mean, I'm going to use this word, Abby, and I don't mean any disrespect. It's not a disrespectful word, but the word is greed, because that happens to me all the time too, right? It's like, look, Abby's sharing with us today. Thank you for the engagement, Abby. But, you know, like Abby was up $3,600 this morning, right? Like you would think, right? You would think right now, if we're not emotionally attached, right? If you make $3,600 in a day, like, or let's say you're at the gambling table, you make $3,600 on some play, you do not stay there. Like, you don't stay there and go, okay, man, I think I can make $4,600, right? You usually want to take your gains and like run out of that casino as quickly as possible. I'm using a gambling analogy because that's how you get burned, right? You keep coming to the craps table, you keep coming back to the blackjack table. So in this case here with us, we've made some money. We were like, hey, $3,600, dude, that used to be my, when I was when I used to work, that was like, you know, I used to make over 100 grand. I was a manager, whatever. That's like 2 weeks worth of pay. You're right. Like that's 2 weeks worth of pay, 40 hours every week, driving to work, getting back to work, dealing with the drama just to get those $3,600. Abby did it in a matter of hours. And what do we do as traders? We say, hey, you know what? I think I can get a little bit more, right? And that is the beginning of like $3,600 turning into $2,500 and $2,000. And it happens. I don't know. I talk to my wife all the time. I'll come in and say, hey, man, I lost $300 today. And then she'll be like, how did you lose $300? Aren't you watching your money go down, right? So it is the psychology. This book is so awesome because it teaches you how to manage that that mental warfare that's happening. I remember I was trying to make $25 in the stock market, and I was like the happiest guy in the world. I make $25. Now I'll make 100, 200, and I'm just like, man, I really want $1,000 day, right? So these are the things that we have to fight as traders. We have to battle with, and learn how to walk away from a winning trade, and also not trading every day or revenge trading or over trading. All that stuff, guys, is just the life of a trader. Damn, Abby, you did not sound like someone who's just starting. That's for sure. You sound like you've been doing this for a while. I mean, be taking those kind of positions, man. That's awesome. But anyway, you're hearing it here from a trader, right? Like Abby's telling you right here. She's telling you what she has to deal with and the stuff that we have to deal with as traders, and kind of the mental warfare that's happening, and fighting ourselves is probably the most challenging thing as a trader. But man, this has been a good talk, man. Oh my God, Abby, you're so humble. All right, so shout outs to Abby. Thank you very much for the engagement today. It's giving me a lot to talk about, a lot to share with you guys today in regards to kind of the psychology of a trader. We got about 9 more minutes till we go off air here. We are down $200 for today. And most of our losses have come from the drawdown on SPY today. So on SPY, we got as high as, let me see. So I'm going to tell you a real life story here. So if Abby's still on here with me, you guys can share in this with me. So let me look at my SPY. So, all right. So my SPY, I'm up $2 for the day, right? And I was up $140 today trading SPY. You know, we caught it at the open, made some money on the puts, and then we went long, and then we got out, and then we went short. Somewhere around here, we've gone short. And now I'm down on my SPY alone today. Where am I at? Sorry, guys. I have a lot of positions open. So we're down 144 on our SPY now. So we made a $146 on SPY today, and we've given it all back on these 2 contracts with SPY. It's my money that I'm losing to teach you guys a lesson, right? That's the way I want to look at it. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I did today, which is to make $140 on the SPY on the way down, and then get greedy thinking that we're going to make another $140 onto the upside. Instead, it took all my money here to the upside. So hopefully that teaches you guys to just be like, and then the other thing is I'm really not managing my trade. I'm more like just having fun here. But I hope that it teaches you guys that, when you make money, I mean, Abby was on here helping me kind of make this point, right? She was up significantly. I was up significantly in the morning. I could have just called it a day, but I didn't. And now I am in this losing trade that I'm probably going to hang on to be hopeful to say if I can get some of that money back. So even though I talk about it, I read about it, I share it with you guys, I'm also kind of showing to you guys here, being vulnerable a bit, to show you that me as a trader, I still have a lot of learning to do. And even though we know what to do, sometimes we don't necessarily do it, right? We go against what we know to be the right thing to do, so hopefully that stuff teaches you, and shows you that you're not alone in this game, right? You're not alone in this game. And by that, I mean that, we all struggle as traders. We're all trying to become a version of Sean in some weird way, right? We're trying to be, make a lot of money in one day and, take that money out and go do investments and go do all these things. But it's not going to come very easily, right? It's going to take work. And that work is coming to your desk, trading desk, and trading every day, or watching charts, reading books, looking at other traders, listening to other traders, watching them trade. Like, a combination of all that is going to help you become a better trader. I like to think that I'm a consistent trader. I'm usually pretty consistent. Sometimes I have better days when I'm not streaming, because I think we're a little bit distracted when we're streaming. I think some other traders have expressed that at times we're a little bit distracted. So we're not managing our trades like we want to, or we feel like we need to jump into a trade because we have people watching us. So all of those things are the feelings that I experience here trading and streaming for about 3 weeks now. It started in January. I started in January 25th, I think it was. So, you get to see here firsthand how we struggle as traders, how we make bad choices, and how we jump into trades necessarily that you may be watching and saying, I wouldn't have done that trade. So this is just a lesson for all of us as traders to learn from each other. I love the community. I love the friendships that I'm building and the reach that I have, a little bit more of a bigger reach, better platform, that sort of thing. So anyway, just a little philo for you guys there. I call it philo. There's this guy named Josh Answers on YouTube, and I love that guy. He is really my inspiration to want to stream, because he doesn't just teach us trading, but he's also teaching us about life and Airbnb and other investments that he's in, and how we utilize the market to pull money out of the market, so then we can go and flip that into a long-term portfolio, or we go flip it into a business, flip it into a cash flow asset, right? A cash producing asset. And that's how we're going to get big, and that's how we're going to grow, and that's how we're going to make money in this world, is by taking our gains from the market and then putting that money to work. Every smart trader that I know follows that pattern, right? Which is which is to take money out of the stock market and then use that money for some sort of an investment vehicle, or put that in a long-term portfolio. But we're not going to get rich day trading the stock market. And that's for damn sure. There's no way that happens. Most of my big money has been made on long swing positions. That's where the money is made. Tesla, the money that I made this week was just by opening a position on Monday and holding it till yesterday. But what I'm doing scalping the SPY, usually more often than not, I'm getting burned, or I'm losing the gains that I'm making on the SPY. So that just means two things. One, I need to get better at it, right? And I need to be more careful about day trading, especially zero DTEs, which are notorious for taking all your cash. Damn, long ass philosophy there. But all right, traders, happy Friday again. It is 8:57 on the West Coast. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Shimano Trader. This is The Spread, and we are a live trading show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific. You can follow me on Instagram at Shimano Trader. We do have a giveaway going on right now, so make sure you check that out and participate on that. Oh, sorry, I got to fade out my music. I got to look for my other music. But yeah, so it's been a good week though. I'm not gonna say it hasn't. It's been a pretty good week. All right, SPY's continuing to go higher here. All right, 8:58, guys. 8:58. SPY's continuing to go higher. Jesus Christ. Puts are not in play anymore. We'll see if we can regain that, jump in some other trades here, try to recapture some of those losses. Recap for the day, we're down $200. $100 of those dollars are SPY trading. So be careful out there as you trade today and finish the day. Remember, you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade to the end of the day. Learn to keep the money that you make in this world, not give it up so quick. But anyway, thank you guys very much for being with me today. We are not trading on Monday. So on Monday, the market is closed. I know. Find something to do. Go hang out with friends, hang out with your family, read a book, follow me on Instagram, do something like that. But yeah, no trading on Monday, unfortunately. But listen, have a great weekend. Super Bowl's over. I don't know what's happening this weekend. I know it's a 3-day weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Hope you had a great week. Please subscribe to the show. Participate in our polls. And hope you had a great week. And we'll be back here again next week. We won't be on Monday, but we will be on Wednesday and on Friday. And stay tuned for that video. I'll make sure I share that video with you guys. I'll find a way to post it and share it with you guys. But other than that, man, I appreciate your time here with me today. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and make sure that you hug your friends and family. Gotta find a better outro, guys. All right, guys. Thanks so much, man. Have a great one, and we'll see you next week.